country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Is what I wish I could say, but I'm in the fucking city. It's fine though. It's cool. It's all good. I got my time in the country, and now I'm back again. Hello, I'm home. I'm home, and I shall be home for quite a while now. I don't have any more trips planned in the near future. So I'm back. I am sedentary, and you guys will be stuck with me once again. But hello! It is good to see you all. Happy Tuesday. I'm happy to be back. I missed you guys. Hello. Good to see everybody. It is me, her queenship, Lilith the Spectral Lot Bunny. I am home from my country vacation, and I am feeling relaxed. I am feeling refreshed, and I had a pretty damn good time. But it's good to see you all. How are you all doing? Did everybody have a great weekend? Everybody enjoy themselves? Anybody else hit the country up? Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Karate. Hello, Roro. Hello, Trickproof. Hello, Buckaroo Holiday. Hello, Tavok. Hello, everybody. Hello, all my lurkers. Hello, all. How are you all doing? Are we all feeling refreshed? We feeling good? We enjoying the dropping temperatures? I'm enjoying the dropping temperatures for sure. Oh, and thank you so much for the 40 stream streak. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Welcome home. Thank you. It's nice to be home. I was feeling sad for a little bit. I was feeling especially sad on the way back. But now I think I'm pretty happy to be home, ready to get back to it. I've got a busy month ahead. Got lots of things planned out for real life, but I want to stream whenever I can. Try and get in lots of streams this month too. And I'm ready to get back at it. I'm ready to return to my climb. Return to schedules, return to more consistent streaming. Now that my mind has been cleared and rebalanced, my chakras aligned, my crops watered, my skin clear, all is good. Instead of country roads, it's piss stench streets, yeah. Yeah, city roads take me home to the piss can where I belong. New York City, trash on the streets, take me home, city roads. I'm doing okay mostly. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you're at least doing okay. I hope that tomorrow is an even better day, though, for you. Just ran outside with the dog. It was fun. Aw, that sounds like a lot of fun. I bet dogs, especially, are excited for this time of year. Especially when you get to release them out into, like, a wide open field with lots and lots of crunchy leaves. And then you're just like, go on. Go do your thing. Have fun. But yeah, I had a nice time. I had a nice time indeed. I have lots of stories to tell you guys, so strap in today, because it's going to be a yappy stream. It's going to be a real chill yappy stream. I have lots of stories about what I did on my trip, and I have not one, but two cursed bathroom tales to tell you guys that have happened to me in these past few days. So I hope you're ready for that. Get some fucking popcorn, get a soda, get some chocolate pudding to really get you in the mood. I don't know. Get whatever the fuck you need. You gotta stop streaming as I'm heading to rehearsal. It's pirate shanty time. Hello, Jacob. Break a leg at rehearsal. I'm sorry. I'll promise I'll have another stream this week that's not during one of your rehearsal days. But good luck at the pirate shanty. Give them all peg legs. Break a peg leg. Aye, Captain. Hi, Lilith. Hello, Jester. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, where I was this past week for the past few days, I was in the gorgeous state of Vermont. It was really beautiful. I have never been to Vermont before. I knew next to nothing about it, but me and a few of my friends had this trip planned for a couple of months, and I was told that this time of year in particular, early October, is like the best time of year to go to Vermont. That it's like, you know, it's really gorgeous. There's just, you know, the trees and the mountains and everything looks incredible. So that was really all I knew. And I looked up a few pictures and I was like, these are pretty, but they look a little photoshopped. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see it for myself, but no. Oh my goodness. The pictures didn't do the place justice. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It really felt like I was in just like a little slice of the country, living the slow living. It was wonderful. I've had a crazy last few days. Oh, I hope it's crazy as in good. Hope it's crazy, not crazy as in like terrible, awful, when it rains it pours. But I'm glad that they were at least entertaining and not boring days. Well, later this week, I'll yell from outside your apartment as you stream. Oh yeah, Jacob's coming to visit soon. I'm really excited about that. Me, Jacob, and Jen will be the triple threat these next coming days, so I'm excited about that. I used to live in Burlington. Oh, wow, I visited Burlington while I was there. It's a really lovely place. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Did a little bit of shopping there, had brunch there, and that was really nice. Lilith is a leaf peeper. I am. I love being a leaf peeper. Listen, in my neighborhood, there's a couple of trees spread about in the concrete. But they don't look as pretty as these trees in Vermont, man. They don't even compare. It's just, sometimes I think they're artificial trees, man. I don't know. But it was just nice to get away from it for a few days. I have a firm belief that there should be a law that anybody who lives in a city should be gifted one free trip to the country a year to unscramble their brains. I think it'll be I mean, it's healthcare, honestly. It's healthcare. It's healthcare, it's self-care, and it's just a fun thing to do. So yeah, I did that with a few friends, and we did a lot of different things. It was really, really fun. I have some pictures that I pulled up on Google too to give you guys some perspective. But yeah, I'll get into the stories today. I'll get into my cursed bathroom tales a little later. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that. There were a couple that were indeed quite cursed, because you know that's gotta follow me around somehow. Think I was the only one who had a cursed bathroom tale out of all of my friends that were there. But yeah, good times. Okay, so my workplace was going on strike. They were negotiating for the last few days, and then they reached a deal only a few hours before the deadline. Oof, wow. Wow, that is a crazy past few days though. Did you go on strike? Did you hold the picket signs and chant? I hope that the deal that they closed ended up being beneficial to everybody at your workplace though. But yeah, that's pretty hectic. I'm glad that it didn't go on for too long, so it's like, you know, you're not just like spending months just marching outside. Oh, you didn't strike. Okay, well, I mean, I hope that it was at least beneficial for everybody, the conclusion that they came to. But yeah, so the trip was super fun. We stayed at this really, really beautiful house. It was me and 5 other people. We stayed at this really gorgeous house that was like right on the lake. That was really, really incredible. It was nice to wake up in the morning to like birds chirping and basically no other sounds, just like silence, maybe a little bit of wind. But that was so peaceful, because usually I wake up to either loud music or people yelling or cars honking or sirens, but there was nothing of the sort. And oh, it was so nice. I definitely needed that. There was a little balcony right next to my bedroom. So each morning when I woke up, I went downstairs to go get my coffee, and then I would go back upstairs and I would just like sit outside for a little bit, and I would watch the sun over the lake. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. I heard while we were there, we were supposed to catch a glimpse of the Aurora Borealis. I had no idea that it even passed through Vermont, but I didn't see it while I was there. I think I may have missed it because it was raining a little bit while we were there, so that probably clouded it up a little bit. But it's fine though, because all the other views I got were nice. I saw stars for the first time in a while. Don't see any stars in the city anymore, that's for sure. That's for fucking sure. They reached a deal a few hours before the strike started. Oh, before it started. Okay, my bad, I misread. And then last week, my house lost power for over 13 hours. Oh shit. I'm really sorry. I hope that you're in a safe area right now. Anybody who might be in a dangerous area right now where the hurricane is crossing, I really hope that you get yourself to safety. Everybody look out for yourselves and look out for each other. No one ever prepared me for just how quiet the middle of nowhere is. It's true. It's true. When you're in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere, sometimes the silence is nice. At least in the morning. At least in the morning. At night, it's a little creepy. I hate losing power. Me too. It sucks losing power. I remember a long time ago during one of the hurricanes that passed through New York. My family lost power for a few days, and that was pretty scary. I think I even it was around Halloween. I even got invited to like a Halloween party that night with some friends. To be honest, I didn't really even want to go, but I knew that the house I was going to be at had power, so I was like, well, I'll go to charge my phone. I ended up having a good time, though, but I hope you got your power back, though. At that time of day, at this time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen? Yes. May I see it? No. Oh yeah, the Burlington subreddit was all about the Aurora a while ago. Oh, I'm so sad I didn't get to see it. I mean, the house that we stayed at was like an hour away from Burlington. But I thought that like because it was in a very naturey area, maybe we would get to see it. I'm good. Oh, don't worry, I'm not near the Hurricane Midwest over here. All right, so it's just another reason why you lost power. Well, I'm glad to know that you're safe, though. It's very important that you're safe. I stay in the Burlington subreddit because golly, that city is interesting to say the least. I wish I got to see more of Burlington. We didn't stay there for very long. My friends and I just got lunch there. Then we did a little bit of shopping in that main area. It felt very much like a college town. It was really, really, really cute. But I'll have to look up some of the insider tea on Burlington because I fell so in love with Vermont that I want to move there one day. We'll fucking move there. It's so nice. Maybe I'll retire there because I feel like with country areas, it's fun to vacation, but I feel like if I lived there, then after a while I would get really bored. But it's nice to at least visit, and maybe when I retire, I'll start looking out there. I have to look up how the housing market is there. I don't know how it compares. Who kidnapped you and took you into the middle of nowhere? Hello, I ain't up with you. My high school friends did. My friends did. They dragged me in the middle of nowhere and they made me ride in a canoe and hike a mountain and start a campfire. It was actually really nice. But welcome on in. Good to see you. Well, what are those specks in the sky? I know. I was just like, wow, there's a lot of airplanes in the sky tonight, but none of them are moving. Gosh, that airplane formation really reminds me a lot of the Big Dipper that I used to see as a child. It was really nice to see the stars, though. I miss seeing the stars, and there were so many in the sky. It's such a college town. It's really not great. I mean, I like little college towns. I like them a lot. College Core Witch Lady Goal. Or Cottage Core Witch Lady Goal. Exactly. Yeah, no, at the house, there were so many, like, cute little amenities there. Like, they had a couple of kayaks. They had a canoe. And a bunch of life jackets. There was a fire pit, and they gave us a shit ton of wood, and there was an axe there. So, your girl did some wood chopping with an axe. It was a very rusty axe, and it was quite dull, so it was actually a bit difficult. But I did it. I did chop a piece of wood. I did a lot of very active things. I faced a lot of fears this weekend. I rode in the canoe. And I went out into an open body of water, and I was fine. That was really fun. I mean, I didn't paddle the canoe. I was the passenger princess in the middle. But I was in the canoe, and I was in charge of the music, and I played Animal Crossing music because it felt appropriate. But the real Brave Blend thing that I did was on Friday, my friends and I hiked a mountain. And it was a huge, huge mountain. I think one of the tallest that there is in Vermont. It was called Mount Abraham. And it was scary. Oh, it was so scary. It's like I was prepared. I had my sneakers and my flannel and my sports bra and everything else that made me comfortable. Or at least I thought I was prepared. That's a lie. I was woefully unprepared. I should have bought a pair of hiking boots before this. But my friends and I, none of us had ever done this trail before, but I have a couple of friends that are a little more outdoorsy, and they were looking things up on the All Trails website, and they were like, oh yeah, it's like about 2.5 miles to get to the top, but it's not that bad, you know, there are kids that can do it, you see dogs going there, it'll be fine. It'll probably take us about 2.5 hours to go up and down the whole mountain. It took us 2.5 hours to get to the very tippy top of the mountain. And I remember saying, I was like, all right, you know what? I will be fine on this. I've done pretty intense hikes before, and I will be okay. as long as there is no rock scramble. And for those who are indoorsy city kids like I am, a rock scramble basically means rock climbing. Like, you gotta fucking scale them. Like, it's not just walking. It's not walking up a trail. There are rocks you gotta fucking climb, and you gotta learn how to balance yourself and not fall and crack your neck. And I was like, well, as long as there's no rock scramble, I'm gonna be okay. I'll be alright. You know, it'll be fine. I made it to the top of mountains before. And for the most part, it was pretty fine. At least for, like, you know, a good 8/10 of the journey. And then towards the top, I see there's a fucking rock scramble. But I had made it so far, guys. Chat, I had made it so fucking far. I had to make it to the top. I had to. And I was terrified and shaking the whole time, singing myself to comfort myself. But I just kept saying, I was like, all right, well, if I pause on these rocks for even a little bit, then I'm gonna get in my head and I'm gonna psych myself out, and then I'm gonna want to go to the bottom, and I can't do that. So I just kept going and going. And guess who was the first fucking one in the group to make it to the top of the mountain? That's right. It was Lilith. It was me and my short ass legs. I did that. It was horrifying. I wanted to pee my pants. I messaged Jacob about shitting my pants. Yeah, when I made it to the top of the mountain, somehow I was able to access Discord, and I saw Jacob was like, I'm getting candy from Canada. What do you want? And I was so scared at that moment that I was just like, I'm shitting my pants. Yeah, whatever looks good. Lilith is so pale, the leeches didn't see her in the open water. She just became transparent. Hey, I didn't even go in the water. There was too much algae. It was too shallow. It was way too shallow. I didn't even see if there were leeches in there. There were fish, though. Lilith is an axe murderer fledgling. I was practicing. Listen, it felt really good to get my anger out that way. It felt very good to get my anger out, you know? I did a little screaming while I was chopping. I'm not above that. And I was being cheered on, too. Lilith, this is exactly why you should play Celeste. Welcome back, Fun. Hello, Craig's Critique. Hello, welcome. It honestly did feel a lot like Celeste, because it's like, climbing a mountain is a bit reminiscent of facing your demons, because for me, it was facing a fear, because I don't like heights, and I don't like climbing rocks. I find that very terrifying. But, like, you know, if you're like, well, if I can fucking do this, then I can do anything. I can face all of my issues somehow, and you keep going. And thankfully I had friends who were being, like, encouraging. Like, one of my friends, like, really knew what to do when he saw, like, how nervous I was. He was just like, we were planning on going to a cidery after as, like, celebration for doing the whole hike. We didn't make it to the cidery because by the time we got to the bottom of the mountain, it was too late, and the place had closed. But while we were climbing, my friend was like, oh, Lilith, what kind of cider are you gonna get when we're up at the cidery? And I'm, like, shaking, near peeing my pants. I'm just like, cherry? That sounds really good. I heard that they have one on tap. He's like, oh, that sounds great. I think I want to get the pineapple one. What kind of food do you want to get? A burger would be really nice, something with a lot of protein. But it was nice, though. I like when people do that. I honestly think that's the best method to get, like, somebody who's freaking out to calm down, is to just, like, try having a casual conversation with them. Like, there have been times where I've been panicking, and I've, like, called up a friend or, like, a close, like, loved one, and I've been like, can you I'm freaking out. Can you just, like, tell me how your day went? Just, like, tell me what happened to you during your day, please. That's all I want to hear. But I made it to the top first. And I was really proud of myself. But I was sad because I packed no granola bars. We did have a little bit of a trail mix. That was pretty good. And a couple of candies, too. And I took some really gorgeous pictures. That actually sounds really fun, hiking up a mountain like that. It was terrifying, but it was really fun. It was definitely very fun. I'm glad I did it. Although on the way down, that was when the pain really sunk in. Because I was not wearing the right kind of shoes. I had sneakers when I really should have worn hiking boots. I need to get a pair of those. So they got destroyed by the end of the hike, but, like, my knees were just completely, like, obliterated by the end because I don't think I was walking down the mountain properly. And, you know, going against the rock scramble, too, and hitting your knees against the rocks also hurts. So my best friend told me that I had gone nonverbal by the last 30 minutes of the hike, and it's true. I was. Lilith is so cool. So cool. That's my streamer. Thank you. I try. It was fun being able to like face a fear and do something that was a little bit of a challenge for me. So I'm very happy I did it. Lilith's showing those mountains. They're just overblown pebbles. Let me actually give you guys some fucking perspective of this mountain. Look at this. Okay, so this is Mount Abraham. Hang on, let me move chat so you guys can see just like a better picture. So this is a picture of what the mountain looked like. This is it from a distance. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Let me shrink myself a little bit, actually. Beep. I'm tiny now. But yeah, this was it from a distance. I think that's it in the winter. It looks like there's some frost on top, actually. Oh, I'm sure the muscles were jelly the day and the stiff is the next day. Yeah, the next day, it was so hard for me to walk up and down stairs, especially down the stairs. Like, we went to Burlington the next day, and I had to take, like, pain medicine before we went, because I'm like, I'm not going to survive if I don't take some fucking ibuprofen right now. So that's the view of the mountain. It looks like that's in the winter, because I think I see some ice caps on top. But this was what it looked like from the... This was what it looked like from the top. Pretty fucking high up. I have to look up again how high the mountain was, but it was about 2.6 miles to get to the top, almost 3 miles. It was a long one. It was pretty crazy. Let's see if there's any better pictures. Yeah, this was, wow, it looks really pretty in the winter, actually. But this was it. This is probably the most accurate picture of how it looked for us on the drive. And the picture doesn't even do it justice. It's like these mountains were like orange and red and pink, brown, green, just all these different colors. It was so beautiful. So it's like looking at the mountains while playing like fucking folk music and being in my flannel, it just really felt like a different vibe. I think that's another picture from the top. Ooh! Yeah, no, this was it from the top. I remember these little strings because these were part of the trail. So this is when you first entered the top of the mountain. You walk through here. And yeah, you just see that. I only took a couple of pictures when I was on top of the mountain because once I got there and sat down, I was way too scared to even stand up again. I was mortified. But yeah, a bunch of overblown pebbles. Fucking take that. Take that. This tiny rabbit who gets no exercise made it up your goddamn mountain. On the way there, we saw some paragliders. I don't think you could paraglide down this mountain because there's just way too many pointy trees. But we did see people paragliding down. I miss elevation differences. The Midwest is so freaking flat. Yeah, no, Vermont is just like all mountains. It's all mountains. I've driven through the Midwest. I haven't like been to the Midwest, like been there a lot, but I've driven through it before and it's very, very flat. And there's such a difference between driving through like flatland country and driving through like mountainous country. Because like when you're in the mountainous country, like I saw so many animals, so many farms. I saw horses, I saw sheep, I saw cows, chickens, goats, all sorts of animals. But like the view of the mountains in the background is just amazing. And a lot of these animals had so much free range to walk around. Some chickens almost walked out into the street, in fact. Did you go to the Ben & Jerry's factory in Vermont? I didn't! I wanted to. I learned too late that there was a Ben & Jerry's factory there. I saw a few different Ben & Jerry's in Vermont, and I'm like, wow, there are a lot of Ben & Jerry's here. And then I didn't know until we were leaving that there was a Ben & Jerry's factory. So I'm like, why the fuck didn't we go? Next time. I will go back there. That's not just a promise, that's a threat. Vermont hate to see me coming. It is a threat that I will be. Vermont, I'm coming back for you. I'm fucking coming back. So Kilimanjaro when? Ugh. Okay, let me be clear. I may have hiked this mountain. I'm never doing this again. This was a one and done climb for me. Because still anything with a rock scramble, I'm not doing it. Because although I was very relieved and happy when I reached the top, I was dreading going back down. Although going back down wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. I think going up was much scarier. And maybe my adrenaline had died down from then too. I mean, Wisconsin isn't all that flat. Welcome, Lumi-chan. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Sorry, that was really loud. Welcome, Lumi-chan. It's good to see you. I drove through Wisconsin. That was one of the Midwest states that I've driven through. And I do remember some mountains there. From what I drove through in Wisconsin, that was really pretty. I think it was more like Ohio and Minnesota and like Indiana that were really, really flat. But once you get to like North Dakota, that's when it starts to get really mountainous and beautiful again. Although I will say, I think Vermont is probably like the prettiest place I've ever been to. Like even more so than Washington or North Dakota. And those are really beautiful places. Like I've been to a lot of, when I told my dad this, he was really surprised. He was like, prettier than California? I'm like, yeah, I thought so. Maybe it was just the time of year that I went, but I think it was just something about all of the colors. So yeah, you could say it moved me. You could say it really moved me. But that wasn't the only thing I did though. The hike was probably the most intense thing. But another thing we did on Thursday night, I think, was very on brand for me. We went to this place called the Wilson Castle, which is supposedly haunted. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty. Like, this is what it looks like from the outside. It's huge! It was like 3 floors. And you could explore, like, the whole place after the whole tour was done. It was cool. I don't exactly remember the entire history, but I know, like, it was owned by some dude who married, like, a really rich woman from, like, a well-to-do family. And they bought this place and just put, like, all this eclectic shit in it. And I guess there was, like, a baby involved in the family that died. And they say that, like, you know, like the spirit of like the kid or the baby or whatever like haunts the place. Like the tour guide we had was really chill. He was cool. Nothing haunted happened to me though. Like it's like we had the tour on the first floor, and we were in the first floor was really, really beautiful. Like it looked like this. It was gorgeous, very ornate and pretty, and had all this cool stuff. And then once you go to the 2 floors above it, it's just decrepit, haunted, Silent Hill Central. Very spooky, very ooky spooky. But after the tour was done, they showed us everything. We were given like all of this like, you know, ghost hunting shit that was definitely bought off of Amazon. And we were told we could just go explore the place. It was really cool. Libra, don't think that I didn't see that egg. Hello. I see a bun with no eggs. Time to fix that. Libra, when are you gonna embrace the chorp? You need to embrace the chorp. Only then will you be able to throw eggs at me and I won't get mad. Only then. Only then. Miss Chorpling. But Libra, you would have liked this place actually, because it was cool being able to do the ghost hunting. And I guess some people had reported that, you know, creepy things had happened to them. Nothing really creepy happened to me. The only, I guess, mildly weird thing was a friend and I went in like one of the rooms. There were a bunch of, you could tell that it's a very new museum, because there's a lot of the rooms just had like a bunch of storage in them, just a bunch of boxes and shit. Because a good portion of the museum, the things that were in there, we were just like, oh, was that like, you know, from the original house? And the tour guide was like, nah, somebody gave this to us like a couple months ago and said that it had like a weird aura. So you can tell the museum is in its very early stages of like trying to figure out how they want to do these tours. But I was happy about that because, you know, there was so much freedom that we got to have. But in one of the storage rooms, my friend and I heard like a weird ticking sound, and we put our little EMF reader up to it, and it was going crazy. It was probably just something that had to do with like the heating or like a part of the house. I don't think it was anything haunted, but it was interesting to say the least. Has anybody in here ever had a haunted experience? Because I'm one of those people where it's like, I love ghosts and I love ghost stories, but I've never had anything haunted happen to me, so I can't necessarily say, like, I don't know if I believe in them. I'd like to. Believe me, I'd like to. I'd love to believe in ghosts, but I don't know. I don't know. Nothing ooky spooky has ever happened to me. And I wanted it to. I was seeking it out. I was talking to the spirits in that house. I asked them, I was like, do y'all ever get, like, sick of these ghost tours? Because, like, it's every single day, and you just, maybe you want to have a slow day. You just want to, like, take a bath, go to the spa, watch some fucking Netflix. And then there's another ghost tour happening, and you gotta come out, and you gotta do the ookie spooky, and you gotta haunt the people and scare them, make them run off and pee their pants. But you don't want to that day. You're just not feeling it. Like, do you think they ever think that? I was asking them that, and they didn't answer me. Which leads me to believe that the answer was yes. Because they probably just wanted to be on break. It was kind of cool, though. I did like being able to explore a creepy house that was falling apart. I think I saw all these weird black splotches around, and I was just like, is that mold? What is that? But I don't know if it was paint or whatever. But I enjoyed it. It was cool. So if you're ever in Vermont, go to the Wilson Castle and support those guys, because they're doing cool stuff over there. And it's just fun to go to, like, haunted places, quote unquote. Yeah, embrace the chorp. Embrace the chorp. Oh, I would have loved that. If I ever make my way up there, we can go ghost hunting. We should! I'd love to go ghost hunting sometime. I think that would be really fun, because I want to see something weird. I want to believe. I want to be a believer. But yeah, if y'all ever have any ghost stories, let me know. Let me know. I've told you my ghost story before, I think. Oh yeah, I have heard your ghost story. That was pretty fucking creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I really have an explanation for that. A mysterious ticking sound? Probably a pipe bomb. Hooray! Maybe it was, I don't know. I mean, the place didn't explode, so I'm guessing we were okay. Never had a spooky experience. It's a shame. I mean, I know a lot of other people who haven't had spooky experience, same as me. But I wish I have. Scared enough of the living. That's true. I'm already too haunted by my own fucking brain. You know, I don't need a ghostly experience happening to me when I face psychological horrors every single day. I'm haunted by a red-haired bunny girl. What's her name? What's her name? That sounds like competition. I'll beat her up. There can only be one red-haired bunny girl that haunts you all, and that's gonna be me. Let's be honest. My mother sees ghosts and has been pushed through a door. We had a light keep turning on in a house that we were renovating that kept coming on even after we took the bulb out. Ooh, that is creepy. That's weird and unexplainable. I don't know. I mean, I think I've told you guys the one weird experience that I've had, but I don't know. I still believe that was somebody in my family that was responsible for that. About that time, my friend came over, and we watched like a ghost caught on tape video, you know, one of those stupid ones that used to be popular. And we were like in the 7th grade, so of course we got really scared by that video, and we had trouble falling asleep. But I think eventually we did fall asleep with the light on. But there was one point in the night where I felt like a presence in the room turn the light off. Like I saw a hand like turn the light off. And so the next morning I thanked my friend for turning off the light, and she was like, I didn't do that. And I'm like, I didn't do that either. And I asked everybody else that was in the house, everybody in my family, and they were like, I didn't turn off that light. So who knows? Could have been a ghost. Could have been a ghost. And I guess the only other time was at my college apartment. My roommates and I used to joke that that place was haunted. I don't think it actually was, but there were a few nights where I would go to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I would, it was like a 2-floor apartment, and there were windows on the 2nd floor that you could like see over the little like balcony area on the inside. And there would be times where I'd look out those windows and I would feel like kind of weird. Not like somebody was watching me, but that like something was like a little bit off and strange. But I don't know. It could also just be that like looking at trees at night is a little scary. Yee, ghost hunting, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Actually, speaking of ghost hunting, there was one thing that definitely unsettled me on this trip to Vermont. It wasn't the haunted place though. It wasn't a haunted place. It was when we got to the house. So we left on Wednesday, and we were supposed to get there by Wednesday night. We were supposed to leave around like 6 p.m. and get to the place around like 10. And we had to leave late because, you know, all of my friends have normal people jobs with normal people hours, and they can't just, you know, schedule out insane person freelance hours. So we had to wait for, you know, my friends to finish working. So we didn't end up leaving until like 7. It was very late. And we didn't get to the house in Vermont until like 1 a.m. But when we got there, when we got to the house, we saw that the lights inside the house were on and the door was unlocked, and we were like very sketched out. We were just like, what the hell? Like that's really weird. Didn't the person tell us that like the door was gonna be locked when we got here? So we were very, very like anxious to step inside. I got my pepper spray ready. I was ready to face a murderer. I was prepared. And we walked inside the house and looked around. We checked the creepy basement, and there was nobody there. It was fine. The person, I think, was just really trusting. They probably also assumed that we were gonna get there early in the day. I think they figured we wouldn't get there at 1 a.m. on a Thursday. But that was definitely very unsettling. That scared me more than anything at the haunted house did. But we were fine though. No axe murderer got us. But like, this place being open and with the lights on combined with like the view of the lake at night was definitely some good horror movie material. How far do you guys think I would make it in a horror movie? I don't think I would be the first one dead. I don't know if I would necessarily be the final girl, but I definitely think I would be... I wouldn't be the first one dead. Like, my friend and I were talking about what would be our bait in like a horror movie that would kill us. Like, my friend's husband was saying that she would easily die in a horror movie because she would be at like a haunted hospital and she would approach a door that has like a sign that just says Dunkin' Donuts on it, like written in like chicken scratch, and she'd be like, ooh, Dunkin' Donuts, and she'd walk in and there's the killer. And so we kept joking all weekend about what would kill us, and we drove by a sign that said aged cheese ahead, and I was like, that is what would get me. A sign that says aged cheese ahead. I would pump that gas. I would step on that gas faster than you could say aged cheese ahead. So that would be my bait. But yeah, we're gonna go ghost hunting. Never seen anything ghostly, but knowing it's probably something explainable and having fun aren't exclusive. That's true. Sometimes it's also just fun to have like a ghost story and be like, well, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was something, maybe it wasn't. But it's an interesting story to tell and it's fun. So that's true. Send you something on Twitter, by the way. Ooh, I'll be checking that after stream. I'm excited. Why did your That's Gonna Be Me sound so Valley Girl? That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. Because listen, there's still a little bit of a... I may be a little bit psychotic, but there's still a bit of a girly in me. There's still a bit of a diva. Before we went on the hike, I had to put on at least a little bit of makeup. I didn't do a full beat, but I did a half beat. And my friend joked that I was the most diva of the group. I'm like, you know what? I kind of am. But I'm embracing it at this point. I'm not trying to be the fucking people person anymore. I just want to be me. Also, I need to take a nap since I got my flu shot earlier, so I'll be lurking. Lurk away! Have a good nap. I hope you feel better. I'm glad you got your flu shot. Thanks for reminding me. I need to do that. My cat's ghost supposedly haunts my dad's house, which would be perfect because they always annoyed each other. Little mischievous prankster ghost we've got on our hands. Sometimes I think Pepper can see ghosts, because there will be random moments where he'll, like, do this, like, around my room. He'll be like... And he'll be looking at nothing. Like, my first instinct when I see him doing that is I'm just like, alright, where's the cockroach? Where is it? But then I'll look around and there won't be a cockroach in my room. And, I'm just like, alright, he's looking at ghosts. Yes, just looking at ghosts. Lilith's bathroom will be haunted when she moves out of her apartment. Oh, my poor bathroom this morning was definitely not happy with me. That thing gets haunted every day. My bathroom hates to see me coming. By the way, that'll get me into my toilet stories in just a minute. Oh, Lilith, you're pretty Final Girl coded. Am I? Am I Final Girl coded? I guess so. I guess maybe a little bit. I can let out a good Final Girl scream. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to concern my neighbors. Am I really the Final Girl? Me? Little old me? I'm the Final Girl? Best friend who dies in the last 30 minutes. That's probably pretty accurate. Because I've never considered myself like a main character type. I've always considered myself to be like the weird, quirky best friend. I know that's a little cringe to say. But yeah, I would probably be the best friend who like makes it with them close to the end and then dies in the last 30 minutes and causes the final girl to go like on an anger rampage. That would probably be me. Although maybe I'm giving myself a little too much credit with that last part. You're too spicy to die early in a horror movie. I know. Or would I be the comic relief character that dies somewhere in the middle? Or the comic relief character that ends up being like a coward, and pulls out like in the middle of the movie, but then ends up saving the day at the very end. Maybe that would be me. Oh, thank you, Sari. Thank you for getting all these damn bots. What are all these bots doing here today? I've been getting haunted by lots and lots of bots lately. They're not happy with me. They're not happy because they knew I was planning Lilith 3.0 to be a birthday suit, and now they're sending Twitch after me to be like, you can't do that. You can't do that. No hips. No hips and no female presenting nips. But you're also trope aware, so dramatic irony would kill you somehow. I know. It's because I went to film school. I know too many of the tropes. And I would die by like the most common trope that there is, probably. Lilith Valley Gale edition, just add booze. Pretty soon I won't be able to do that on Twitch either. No more soju streams. I got triple vaxxed at the grocery store the other day. It was wild. Oof, how is your arm doing? My goodness. I hope that you are surviving. That's probably just instincts. That's true. Oh, wait, I lied. There was actually another point during the trip where I got a little freaked out. So, it was while we were on the hike, on the way down. So when you enter the trail, you do see a sign that says that you're in bear country. So, yes, there were bears that were on this trail. And, you know, nothing happened on the way up. But on the way down, what are probably the most outdoorsy person in our group at one point kind of froze. He was, like, leading the trail, and he was like, wait. And then he picks up a stick, like a big thick one, and he's like, I think I heard a growl. And, you know, of course, that's gonna make all of us a little on edge. I didn't hear anything. None of my other friends heard anything. It could have been any of our stomachs for all we knew. But, yeah, he was like, I think I heard a growl, so I'm gonna, you know, be aware, carry a stick, and let's just all be careful. I should have brought my Swiss Army knife with me in that case. But, you know, we didn't see anything. And also, all of us were, like, talking on the way down. And I know, I learned this weekend that a tip to do is if you're in the woods with, like, your friends and you think you hear something that might be, like, a bear or, like, a predator animal, to just talk loudly, like, yap with your friends. Just the cure is to yap. Because if you're quiet and you're trying to be stealthy, then the bear or a lion or whatever is chasing you is going to think that you're prey, because that's prey behavior. So just yap. Yap if you think you hear a bear. So yeah, we were doing that. We were yapping, but we didn't see any bear and we were fine. And then me and two other people, we get ahead of the other three that are in our party. And yeah, we get like way ahead. And we're a little more quiet at that point because we're getting closer to the bottom. We're tired. I reached the point of being nonverbal. And we're walking down, and all of a sudden the three of us hear a loud rustle. And we just all go, like we just freeze and gasp and look over. And it was a bird. It was just a little bird, but yeah, that definitely got me. Because I know the term, if it's black, fight back, if it's brown, lay down, if it's white, good night. But you guys have roasted me for this before. If I run into any kind of bear, it's over for me. It's fucking over. I can't fight a bear. But thankfully, this was just like a little woodpecker or something. I did see a cute woodpecker. I saw slugs. I saw all of those animals. But yeah, no bear, no lion, no snakes. Nothing that was scary. But that definitely got me. And then there was another moment I was walking down where I think I was just so delirious and hungry at this point that, you know, things were starting to shift in the woods for me. And, I looked to my right and I thought I saw like a bobcat or some kind of like, you know, wild cat, and I freaked out a little bit at that, but it was just a bush. And like, Jesus Christ. Goodness, Lilith. Get your eyes checked. So that was definitely a little bit scary. But no bear. We were fine. We made it down. The comic relief character, well, that was the killer the whole time. I'm Matthew Lillard's character in Scream. That's who I am. Oh, that would be really cool if I was the killer, though. That would be cool. That would be a fun twist if I was the killer all along in the horror movie. I already have my psycho murder outfit and everything, so like we're good. Damn, spam bots coming out like mosquitoes in the fall. I know, what's going on? I wonder why there's so many spam bots lately. I've like never seen this many in like my whole streaming journey. Just a little exposed tips, please, 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 Twitch. Just a little bit of exposed tips, please, for the chat. I mean, I don't think I'm in trouble for 2.0. Like you don't really see. Like there's a little slit in the leg of like a part of the dress that kind of trails up the hip, but you don't really see anything. So I think I'm safe once that's finally ready. But who knows? Things could change at any point, and hopefully I won't have to like get a whole new model made or anything. I think I'll be fine though. I think you've got Scream Jamie Kennedy energy. Let's go! Let's fucking go. We did watch Halloween while we were up there in the woods, and that was pretty spooky. The original Halloween is actually like legit a really good movie, and I can see why people got so scared by it when they first saw it. Like there's one scene where like Jamie Lee Curtis's character finds all of her friends dead, and that scene was legit like pretty spooky. So that was fun to watch while we were up there. Twitch is cowards for pulling out the female presenting nipples thing again. Well, you know what? I have a perfect solution for that. I am gonna round up all of the VTuber girlies, every single one of them. Gonna be like, well, you know what we gotta do to rebel? We all have to get male VTuber models. Every single one of us needs to get a male VTuber model, and we just gotta fucking, our designs just gotta bust it down sexual style, okay? We gotta wear mankinis. We gotta have big ol' exposed pecs. Speedos. We need to make it as busted down sexual style as possible, and maybe then they'll start to reel it back a little bit and they'll be like, all right girls, you can show your fucking anime hips, whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. I understand them saying like, you know, don't expose your whole breast on Twitch. Don't show your Nuna. But like the hips part, come on. Goofy. Ghost bear. The humble black bear towers over Lilith. Not if it was a baby, although I would be in even more danger if I saw a baby, because if you are anywhere near a baby bear, that mom is gonna fuck you up. Fuck you up. Should be fine with the model, at most just like some shorts painted on under the slit. Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, after debut, I'll probably just be showing like the top half of the model anyway, so it's not really even gonna matter. But we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll ask a few people what they think I should do. I think I should be fine though. I think I should be okay. Real male nipple PNGs attached to the model. Yeah, no, or we just have our female models and then put male presenting nipples on top of them. That's what they did back in the Tumblr days to like circumvent that. We gotta learn from them. We gotta learn from the crazies over at Tumblr. See, I was hoping that a trans man without top surgery would have the balls to stream topless. You know what? We gotta rally, and we gotta think of these ideas so that they can realize how silly they're sounding. For sure. And I don't know, I just feel like it's like if your model is wearing an outfit that's like a little more explicit, like it's pretty obvious you don't want like minors watching you anyway. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in charge of Twitch. I don't make the decision, so who's gonna fucking listen to me? But anyway, now the moment that you guys have all been waiting for. I have 2 cursed bathroom tales to tell you guys. I hope you're excited. So the first one, this is the tale of the gas station porta-john. So, I told you that on the night we left at 7 p.m., pretty late, and our drive was pretty long, and naturally, you know, you're gonna make a couple of stops on the way. So, at about 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, we want to get gas for the car. And when we get to the gas station, it is very late, it's very dark and empty, and it's next to a rest area, like a pretty big rest area, you know, where you can get like a pretzel snack. There's bathrooms, but it was closed. It was too late, and the rest area was closed, but I wanted to use the bathroom. So that was closed. However, there were a bunch of porta potties that were a short little walk from the gas station. And this gas station was in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. Like, there were no cars coming by. It was really just our car at the gas station. Maybe there was one worker working there. It was very late. It was dark, kind of spooky and quiet. But I had to go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And I knew that we still had quite a ways to go until we got there. So I went to the gas station Porta-John, and because it was fucking 10 o'clock at night, it was really dark in there. And you don't want to pee in a porta potty that's pitch black, because that just screams Silent Hill, Resident Evil, horror game bullshit, asking to get killed. And so I take out my phone and I turn on my flashlight. What do I see inside this Porta-John? I see vandalism. Vandalism everywhere. It's, you know, the past Porta-John residents had taken their little black Sharpies and they just wrote shit all over the place. And my flashlight, what does it shine on? The first thing I see is a message in the porta potty that just said, "He was here." Oh. Well, that bodes well. Nevertheless, I did my business inside of that porta potty. I looked around a little bit more and I saw all sorts of just weird cryptic shit written in there. So that was definitely a sign to tell of what was coming. So that was definitely cursed. But I was fine. There's no killer in there. I made it back to the car just okay. But that was, I don't know, that's a bit of an unsettling message to read at a nighttime porta potty, don't you think? It just said, who was here? Who's he? Who's he? And I did end up taking a picture of it. And then I got back into the car and I looked at the picture. And I looked a little closer at the "he was here" message. And it turns out I was wrong. It said Lee was here. Still could be creepy. We don't know who Lee is. We don't know what's happened in Lee's life. Lee could have died in that porta potty for all I know. Lee being there, that could have been the last place Lee had been, and that's why Lee wrote "Lee was here." So fuck me, I wanted a creepy experience in the porta potty, so that was definitely cursed. Easily. I've not read any of these new rules, but how can the pools and hot tubs category still exist within Twitch when they're cracking down this hard? The thing is, those rules with the hips and all that, that's specifically towards VTubers. I mean, they're still cracking down on, like, IRL streamers as well. Like, I think, you know, they have rules that apply to them too, but as long as they're in a hot tub or a pool, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the streamer's fault. It's, you know, the people making the rules' fault. But yeah, it is a little weird. I don't really understand myself. Finster is the opportunity to do the funniest thing. Let's see it happen! Like, please Twitch, define male presenting nipples in a way that includes all these male nipples and excludes all the female nipples. I know, it's silly. It's silly. It's like how in a lot of movies, they'll show boobs, but they won't show schlong. Just feels like a double standard, you know? The horrible, awful things happen in Porta-Johns. I know, but like, I had to go. I have a small bladder. I wasn't just gonna wait until we got, where else was I gonna use it? All the rest areas were closed. I wasn't gonna pee at the floor of the gas station. I'm at least a little more civilized than that. Oops. My bad, I pressed on the button. Got any favorite toilet graffitis? Like, here I sit, brokenhearted, came to shit, only farted. People died. Lives were lost that day. How tragic. Well, I think, yeah, the weirdest thing was Lee was here, but there were other things that said, like, you know, like, miss me, I've been here, who are you? Just, like, weird cryptic shit like that. I think Lee was here was probably the weirdest thing I saw in that porta potty, though. The VR chat loophole is still there. You could still run around in a micro bikini. Guess Lilith, 3D Lilith has to happen. I really like 3D Lilith to happen because VR chat looks like fun. And I think we could cause some real chaos in a VR chat stream. So one of these days when I have the technology and the money for a 3D Lilith, I would love for that to happen. Like, believe me, I wanted that for a while. I even know what artists I want to talk to about that. We'll beat the loophole. We'll get the Lilith birthday suit stream. Don't you worry. So yeah, that was the first cursed toilet tale. But the second one, of course, took place on the hike. So usually, if you're gonna go on a hiking trail, most places that you'll go to, at the bottom where people park their cars, there will be like a few porta potties around there. But at this place, there was nothing of the sort. And before we went on our hike, we stopped off at a cute little town in Vermont, and we got some coffees. I got a Vietnamese iced coffee. I was very excited to see it on the menu. It was delicious. But I knew in my heart of hearts, I was like, if I drink this coffee, I'm definitely gonna have to pee on the hike. But with any luck at all, there's gonna be some porta potties there. But again, there was nothing of the sort. And so we approach our trail, and at first we go the wrong way. At first we're going down the mountain, which we realized wasn't right. But as we were going up, a few of my friends were just like, all right, I'm gonna go pee. And I'm like, where? Fucking where? And they're like, in the woods, obviously. Why don't you do that? And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not a pee. Listen. If I'm gonna cause destruction when I use the bathroom, it needs to be on a nice cold porcelain throne. I can't shit in the woods like a savage. I don't know. I can't do it. But my friends go pee in the woods, and I'm also not somebody who pees standing up. It would be one thing. It would be one thing if I was somebody who peed standing up. But I'm not. And the feeling of leaning down and like pulling your pants down and just being completely exposed in the middle of the woods, the idea just makes me uncomfortable. You never know if there's gonna be poison ivy in there. That could be a thing. Next thing you know, you have poison ivy in a really uncomfortable area. I could not do it. My friends could, but I could not. I was like, I'm just gonna try and hold it. And I'll pray that maybe somewhere along the trail, I'll run into a miracle. Lilith, did you shit on top of the mountain? No! I did not shit on top of the mountain! Despite what Jacob would tell you, I didn't actually. There were volunteers doing work up there, and I don't think they would have appreciated that. However, on the way to the mountain, when we drove through one of the farms, we did see a big truck that was spraying shit everywhere. It was the fertilizer truck, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, so we went up the mountain, and I was mostly fine for it. But you know, there was a point I was reaching where I was just like, fuck, I may need to find a spot to go pee in the woods. But when we were about maybe 2/3 of the way up the mountain, I saw the Golden Arches. It was a sign that was pointing a little bit up the mountain that said toilet. I was in luck, everybody. I was excited. I was like, my time has come. I am about to destroy this mountain toilet. Finally answering the question, does a bun shit in the woods? Did the bun really shit in the woods if you couldn't hear it or smell it? Shit, manure shit. It was manure shit. It was indeed. Goddamn Mets and Grimmets. Welcome, Pink Floyd. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, so I walked a little bit up the mountain, and what I saw was not a porta potty. It was more like an outhouse. But I didn't care at that point. I didn't care how dirty it would be inside or any of that. I was like, I gotta go in. I gotta go in. So I opened up the door to the outhouse, and there's a little toilet in there. But above it, in paint, it's written in giant letters, pee in the woods. Pee in the woods? Why the fuck is this thing even here? Why? So I guess with this little outhouse, I think you're only allowed to shit in there. But I had to pee. And I think the reasoning was like something about like odors. I didn't really understand what it was, but I guess there's something about like an odor spreading, and I don't know. But I did read a little another sign that said if you can pee in the woods. Guys, that was bad. I went in the outhouse. And then I went again on the way down. Do you guys think they have like a camera in there and they like take pictures of the people who pee in those things and then they send them a letter that says you're never allowed to come to our mountain again? Do you think I'm gonna be banned? I'm sorry, I wasn't strong enough. You can't present a toilet to me and then tell me I have to piss in the woods. That's not fair. Don't edge me like that. This does make me wonder, what do the employees in these way out there places where there are no bathrooms? They probably go in the woods. I feel like if you're going to be an employee or a volunteer at one of these like nature trails or preserves, like you're somebody who's okay with doing your business in the woods. But if you're a fucking city fuck like me, who gets bladder shy and doesn't want to get poison ivy in weird places, like, what else are you supposed to do? Guys, don't tell them. Don't tell them. I'm sorry, I feel guilty about it. I do feel guilt over it. I'm really sorry if I end up making that part of the woods smell. But I'm a lady. I'm a lady. And I'm not like most rabbits. I'm not like most rabbits. I don't pee in the woods. I find an outhouse. You did what in your cup? I didn't do anything in a cup. I only drank coffee out of cups. I went in the outhouse. You're done for? Shit. Shit. Don't tell them. Have you recovered yet? Mostly. Hello, Curtis. Hello, hello. I haven't recovered from going in the outhouse, but I've mostly recovered from the hike. My knees are still a little bit sore. It was a little difficult getting down the steps of my apartment today when I had to go grocery shopping, but I'm okay for the most part. I have a lot of bruises on my knee, and I'm not sure if they're from climbing the rock scramble or if they're when I tripped while I was at the house trying to bring a chair inside. That could have been what did it. Lilith is one of those sophisticated city buns. Exactly. I'm a city bun. I would never do something so vulgar. Never in my life. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a lady bun. I was a little nervous though when I was on the outhouse. When I was sitting on that toilet, I was a little nervous that there was gonna be like a spider or like a bug that would crawl out from under it. I can't be the only one who's gone in there though. I'm sure there have been others that just, couldn't do it. I know I'm not the only one. Oh yeah, hike too. I was talking about the poop. I didn't poop in there. There was no pooping done on this hike. Maybe there would have been if I had eaten more, but all I had before the hike was a couple of pieces of bacon and some eggs. And did I have a piece of toast? I may have had a piece of toast too. I probably should have eaten more. Oh, and a coffee. But that coffee was definitely what did me in. I should not have had that coffee before the hike. And I also, I had like an electrolyte drink with me too, so I was bringing that up the mountain as well and sipping on that the whole time. I'm weak. I'm a coward. I need to learn how to go in the woods. You're not fooling anybody. I'm not like most rabbits. I'm a rabbit that wishes to live the life of a human. Like, do any of you guys have a pet who you think thinks it's a human? like my parents' cat Layla, I think she thinks she's a human sometimes. Because she loves to sit on the table and like join you while you're eating and like chatting with people. I don't know, she just gives off that aura. But that's me. That's me, I just think I'm a human. When Lilith blew up the outhouse, the walls expanded like in a cartoon. Shut up! Guys, it was cursed, but it wasn't that cursed. It was just a wee. And also, I think shitting was allowed in there. I don't know. Honestly, I don't understand why they were worried about the odor of pee. They should have been worried about the odor of the other thing. Because that's worse. It's so much worse. She thinks she's people. I am people. I think I'm a people. So, those were my 2 cursed bathroom tales. It has to follow me everywhere. I mean, I understand why they wouldn't have porta potties like all around the trail, because it's probably hard to get those all the way up there. Like, I don't think there's anywhere a car can pass through with that. There's no helicopters to pick you up at the end of the hike. You gotta walk all the way back down. It's steep and hilly. There's trees everywhere. How are they gonna do that? I don't know how they got an outhouse in the middle of there. That's a bit beyond me. I'm so confused. I'm gonna eat a cookie right now. Lilith writing on the porta potty walls. Little shitta was here. I should have written in there. I didn't bring a pen. I didn't really bring that many things with me on the hike. I just brought like my phone and like a couple other things. But I didn't have a proper backpack to have with me. Little shitta was here. Little shitta destroyed your outhouse. I think it was my first time being in an outhouse too. I don't think I've ever been in an outhouse before. Would not recommend. Horrible place to have a bathroom experience. Flies in there. No toilet paper. No, there was a little bit of toilet paper. No, there was no toilet paper. There was no toilet paper. Actually, if there's no toilet paper, what do people do if they have to poop in one of those, now that I'm thinking about it? They must really not want people to go in there. But if they didn't want people to go in there, why would they have a sign pointing to it? Outhouses are easy, you just build them. That's true. They are made of wood. There's plenty of that in the woods. There was also another spot that said, drinking water. Like, where you could, like, fill up your bottles and, like, drink it. And some of our friends were gonna go out there to, like, refill their water. But there was a sign right there that said, boil for 10 minutes to get rid of the impurities. I'm like, what, are people fucking camping out here? Who's doing that? That's misleading. You can't have a sign that says drinkable water and get people excited and then be like, actually don't drink this yet. What kind of cookie? Oh, it has like a French name. Petit Écolier Dark Chocolate 45% Cacao European Biscuit. It's good. It's like biscuit shaped, it's rectangular, and it has chocolate on top of it with like a little stamp of, who the fuck is that? Is that fucking Napoleon? I don't know who this is. I don't know who that man is. I've never seen that man in my life. But he's very tasty. My grandpa said back in the day they used corn husk leaves. Leaves! What are those leaves of caterpillars on them? Or like tiny bugs, microscopic bugs you can't see. I'm not wiping my ass with a leaf. Rub on a tree, ew! I feel like that's worse for nature than peeing in an outhouse. Real answer, yeah, before toilet paper, you use corn cobs and sponges? Jesus. How common were anal fissures back then? That's dangerous. Back in the day, there wasn't so much processed food, so the shits probably weren't as nasty. But they also didn't have showers back then. And people only bathed like once in a blue moon. It probably smelled like dookie everywhere. I have double stuffed Fudgios. Ooh, yummy. I don't know if I've ever had a Fudgio before. What I'd really love right now is a Keebler fudge stripe. That's like my favorite kind of cookie. Corn cobs, I have further questions. I mean, a corn husk? The husk of a corn cob is at least like a little bit smooth. Like, I don't think that will be that rough on your cheeks. But it's probably not as comfortable as toilet paper. City girl SMH, Lilith has an excessively pampered butt. Yeah, what about it? What of it? What's wrong with liking the Charmin toilet paper? Haven't you seen the commercials? Those bears love rubbing their ass with that shit because it feels good. It's soft. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't make you bleed out. What's wrong with having an excessively pampered butt? You know what? Next time I go hiking, I am bringing a roll of Charmin with me. And I'm not gonna leave it there because I am ungrateful. Leave my pampered butt alone. They're good. They sound good. I got some fudge on the way back from the trip, and I gave it to my parents, but I did have a little taste of it, and that was really yummy. People cleaned more than you realize. They just don't do full baths when you have to haul all that water every time. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess people were cleaner than we think. Animals clean themselves by licking themselves. And they don't smell like poo-poo. At least not all the time. Sometimes they do. Wiping your ass with a corn cob might be one of the most American things I've ever heard. Was that exclusively an American thing? Yeah, what did people in other countries use to wipe their booties with? I think some countries have a small water scoop on a long handle for rinsing. Just keep pouring water over your bum. Oh yeah, actually, I do know that in Thailand, they have a thing called the bum gun, which is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. It looks like a little water gun, and then you just spray water up there. And I've heard that, like, when groups of people, like, visit Thailand, when they learn about the bum gun, the guys don't like it, but the girls love it. So it's kind of like a bidet, I think. It's kind of like a bidet. You know what? They should have installed a fucking bidet in that outhouse. What's it gonna take to install a bidet in an outhouse? It can't be that expensive, right? Do you need an outlet for a bidet? Nah, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. One of these days, I gotta try a bidet. Oh. You gotta try a bidet. You gotta try a bidet. It is no joke. It is the real deal. Anytime I go to a house or an apartment that has a bidet, I know I'm in for a good-ass time. If I see it, I will take advantage. They are a wonderful creation. I wish I had one. Should I put a bidet on my throne? Can you even? Can you? Hello, friends. I just finished a bunch of training. Good-ass time indeed. Hello, Cast Iron. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Hello. I hope you had a good training sesh. I hope you got pumped up. Babies also have cloth diapers that can be used for wiping. You just need to wash them. Babies are so dramatic when they poop. Listen, I know how painful it is, but like, No need to cry about it. Just lean over, put your head in your hands, and take it like an adult. What are you gonna do? Hand pump the bidet? Exactly. It's better than nothing. It's literally better than nothing. Literally a good ass time. It is. It is indeed a good ass time. The first time you use it though, you're gonna get a little surprised. You're gonna be like, oh. But then you get used to it. I have a bidet. It's nice. They're so nice. I have a lot of friends who have them. And I'd really like to get one, but I don't know how expensive they are. And I know that they're like... Actually, they're supposed to be pretty simple to install, actually. I should try to convince my parents to get one. I have friends who have both a bidet and a squatty potty, and I'm just like, this is some next level bathroom activity here. Next level shitting. It's so funny. I was watching this reality show with my mom a couple weeks ago, and it was like, you know, this group of girls, and they were talking about explicit things with each other, like, you know, like NSFW stuff, and they were also talking about I guess bathroom stuff, bathroom talk as well. And my mom was like, oh, my friends and I, we like to have fun and joke around, but we never tell each other things about like our bowel movements or the bathroom, anything. Like, I just think that's so weird and inappropriate. And I just had to stay silent. I was like, oh yeah, How vulgar. Would never do such a thing. Gross. But you guys don't mind, right? I mean, I know it's weird that so many of my streams I just turn to fucking bathroom talk. I know it's gross, I know, but I have so many stories that I feel like I just need to share. They're cheap at Costco. Ooh. My dad has a Costco membership. This might be my chance. I have 2 bidets in my house. God damn it, I don't have any bidets. Some people have 2 bidets and I have none. It's no fair. Should I ask for one for the holidays? Could I even install one in my apartment? It's kind of small. The squatty potty is the best. The squatty potty is the best. I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I was like, how is this thing going to help me? And then I tried it, and it was great. So smooth. Highly recommend. My mom was a nurse and would literally talk about bowel movements at the dinner table. I mean, that was just another Tuesday for her, you know? Most women, when they're giving birth, they'll shit themselves. It happens. Remove the stigma of bathroom talk. Exactly. Remove this fucking... It's something we all do. It's a normal bodily function. Everybody does it. We can't all act like we don't. Especially for the ladies, you know? We shouldn't have shame about the grosser parts of life. Some of us have IBS, Deborah. Jesus. Put one on your throne, if possible. I mean, you could put just about anything from Amazon on throne. But if possible, maybe I should add one. Also, if you gotta shit while a baby is poking out of you, like, not like you can take a break to go to the bathroom. Exactly. It's a little hard to go to the bathroom when your water breaks and you're literally giving birth. It's fine. And that's not, and when that's happening, that's not the first thing on your mind. The first thing on your mind is, oh my god, I have to get this fucking living creature with organs out of me. I'm in so much pain. We have 2 as well. They're Tushy brand. It was like $50 a pop. Easy, non-invasive install. Wait, actually, $50 is not that bad. I don't know why I thought bidets were like $500. Maybe it's because I see them as like a luxury. Like, I don't know. Do you consider a bidet to be a luxury? Because $50 is honestly not that bad. That's pretty reasonable for something that's functional, helpful, and a little fancy, a little bougie, a little luxurious. The big electric ones with the fans and stuff are expensive. Oh, I don't need anything fancy. I don't need anything with a fan or anything. I just need a plain and simple bidet that does the job and does the job right. My toilet will thank me. Everybody will thank me, in fact. I'm glad that there's no bidet slander here. It's an important thing to have in the home. See if your roommates will chip in. That's a good idea. But that is a good idea. However, how am I gonna approach that? Because it's like my roommates and I are cool, but like we're not like, you know, crazy close. It's more just, you know, a roommate relationship where we'll talk and have fun, but like, you know, we don't really hang out much. So how am I going to approach them and be like, listen, hear me out. I think we need to buy the thing that you hook up to your toilet that shoots water up your bum. Will they think that's weird? Will my roommates think it's weird if I ask if we should get a bidet for the place? Maybe they'd agree. I don't know. Yeah, if they all want to go splitsies, that could work. Mine have a tube that hooks up to the hot water from the sink was about 120 Canadian dollars. Oh, maybe that's a fancier one then. That's also pretty reasonable though. For some reason I thought bidets were like 500. I'm sure the really fancy ones are. Your toilet will thank you if it's one of those Japanese toilets. Oh, like one of the fancy ones? Well, I'll know that I'm at... Has anybody ever been to like a restaurant or like a public establishment where there have been bidets? I feel like that is truly a sign that you're in a luxurious place, because I've never been to such a place. But they have to exist. There has to be like a place for like the rich, the famous, the elite, where they have bidets installed in all of the toilets. Talk on mutually beneficial grounds. I mean, I'm sure I've asked for weirder. It was already pretty awkward having to tell my roommate about the whole toilet situation that happened a few months ago. I mean, she was fine with it. She knew that the toilet was like basically broken anyway. But like, yeah, I have to figure out what's a tactful way that I can ask my roommates if they want to go splitsies on a bidet with me. If you've been roommates with them for this long, I don't think it would be a shock for them. That's true. Yeah. That's true. I have lived with them for quite a while now. And they've heard the stuff I've shouted while streaming before. They've heard me shout while working before. They know the deal. They know the deal. They know that I'm a little off. I like to think that they don't mind, though. It's just Japan. Japan is like that. I know, everything is like... All the technology there is seriously next level. Shitty bathroom and random diner has a bidet. That would be the most unexpected place if it was in like a little country dive bar or like a random diner in the middle of nowhere. Very fitting though. Sometimes you find some weird things in those little diners. You never know. I once when I was camping in Montana, the little town that we were staying at, I was told that there was apparently like a dive bar nearby that had like bullet holes in like one of the stalls, and it was also a place where like Elvis had been to, and they had like a picture of Elvis there. So yeah, you never know what you'll find in different bathrooms around the world. I get your dad to check the Costco website. Depending on what the options are, it can be shipped directly to your apartment. Ooh. I mean, my dad's birthday is coming up. And you guys, I mean, I don't know if this is a universal thing, but I feel like dads in particular are really hard to shop for. Because at least for my dad, like he doesn't like want a lot of things. He's not a very like material person. But when he does want something, he will just go out and get it himself. Like he'll always do that. If there's like some kind of tool or grilling thing or I don't know, just something that fascinates him, he'll go out and he'll buy it himself, and then he'll get 5 more for all of his friends. So it's really hard to shop for him because everything he wants, he just immediately buys for himself. But he loves tools and he loves gadgets. And I think a bidet is a pretty nifty gadget. I'll have to ask my mom for a second opinion though. So you never know. But I'm not sure if that's a thing with anybody here in Chat's dads. If anybody here in Chat's dads are like that too. where they're just like impossible to shop for. I feel like that's just a dad thing. I don't know. Gotta go poop. Kidding. Gotta sleep. Have a good rest of the stream, folks. Laters. Don't do it in the outhouse. Be careful. Don't use the bathroom in the Vermont outhouse. Worst mistake of my life. But have a good sleep, though. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you, thank you. It's good to see ya. But yeah, I had a fun trip despite all of the cursed bathroom tales. It was really nice. It was very quiet. It was peaceful. Sat by a campfire, made s'mores, and I don't know, I really felt... I don't know if I necessarily believe in chakras, but I did feel like my chakras had aligned, and it was just what I needed. I don't know. When you get caught up in like the city of it all, sometimes it's just really nice to get away and be somewhere that's like quiet and peaceful. If I ever have the money, I'd really like to get like a little country house or something in Vermont, because I'd like to go back there one day. Oh, hello, Pepper. Good to see you. Also, Pepper is back with me too, so balance has been restored. It's so funny because it's like all of my friends and I. Okay, I'm gonna pull up Fruit Mountain and just like casually play a game while I keep yapping, if that's okay. Just to give you guys something stimulating to look at while I continue to yap about my fucking vacation. Sorry if it's like a weird selfish stream, just me talking about my vacation for 3 hours. Also, let's put on some Spotify tunes, actually. Meow. Meow meow to you too, buddy. Hello. Let's put on our classic lo-fi playlist. Here it is, ready for me. Are we gonna play? Are we gonna play? We're gonna play. Excellent. Now I'm just gonna change my category real quick. Okay. Very, very good. Oh, thank you for the head pat. When are they gonna update this fucking game? It's been months and they haven't added any updates. It's just the same goddamn game over and over. But I love this game, so I'm just like, I want them to add, like, you know, fun, funky little updates. Oh no, she's Subway surfing. Yeah, this is to give you guys a little bit of ADHD, Subway Surfer, Zoomer generation stimulation. But also, you might as well have something to do. I'm also playing a game while I listen. Oh, sounds good. I always forget that people also just, like, can sometimes just listen to streams. Like, they'll listen to me while they're, like, I don't know, doing chores or working. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying before was, with my friends, we're all at the point where it's like, you know, people are getting married, but nobody has kids yet. We're sort of at that point in our lives. So it's like, everybody that I was with was married. I was the only single one there. It was fine though. I was enjoying myself nonetheless. But nobody has kids, but we all have pets. Like, everybody that was there has pets. So it's like, I got Pepper. I have some friends there. All my friends had cats. One of them has a dog. And so, like, the whole trip, we were just talking about, like, our pets like they were our children. Like, I just find it so funny. It's, like, such a our generation thing to do. But yeah, one of my friends had like a camera installed in their apartment so they could watch their cat. Because they had left the cat alone. They had left a ton of food bowls out for it so it would have enough to eat for the next few days. But they left it alone. And they kept watching the cat on the camera. And you could talk to the cat. Like, there was a little microphone you could use. The cat's name was Neji. So they kept being like, Neji! And then the cat would get all confused. And I'd be like, don't do that! You're getting him confused. And then he's gonna be all sad that you're not back. But yeah, it's so funny. You're all just like showing each other pictures of your pets. telling stories about them. My friend almost brought her cat with us because I guess she's gonna be away a lot this month. So she was like, oh, I feel bad leaving her alone for this long. But I was like, I mean, it would be cute to have her along, but I just worry about her because, like, we'll be out all day and I don't know, what if a door unlocks or something? And she didn't end up bringing her along. I guess it would have been cute, though. I've been putting together a car like 3D printed while listening. Ooh! Do you have your own 3D printer? That's really cool. 3D printing is sick. But yeah, it's so funny that it's like, I guess probably maybe like a generation or two ago, people around my age would like be talking about their kids or like bringing their kids along for the trip. But all of us are just like, oh, look at my cat. Look at my dog. I love my fur baby. And it was really good to see Pepper when I got home. I missed him. My one friend wanted to bring her 4 cats, but her wife said no. 4 cats? That's a bit much. That's a bit... It's one thing to bring a dog on a trip that lasts for multiple days. Because, like, a dog, you can bring it places. Like, on this hike, there were dogs doing the hike. I'm like, how are these dogs climbing this rock scramble? But, like, dogs have 4 legs, so I guess it makes it easier for them. So it's one thing to bring a dog because you can bring it with you everywhere. But like a cat, most cats don't really fly with that. And so if we brought the cat with us, like we would have been leaving her alone all day basically. I mean, we did spend a lot of time at the house. There was one whole day that we spent like pretty much all day at the house. Just because it was cozy and nice. But the other days we were pretty much out the whole day. So she would have been lonely. And you never know what'll happen up there. Because you definitely don't want to lose your pet in a state that's not the one you live in. I mean, you don't want to lose your pet at all. But especially if you lose it in a state that's different from the one you live in. I feel like that would be especially terrifying. 4 cats is a lot, though. I'm kind of glad that your friend got talked out of that. No, but a friend of mine has 2! Wow. 2 3D printers. That's cool that you get to use it a lot. Do you like to use 3D printing for cosplay? You can make some pretty next level cosplay stuff with the 3D printers. I've seen people bring cats in those indoor backpack carriers. Oh! We have one of those for one of my parents' cats, Daisy, because she's really tiny. I don't think Pepper can fit in one of those. But yeah, there are people who bring their... I see on Instagram a lot of people bring their cats on hikes. Because, I mean, there are some cats that, like, are cool with that. Like, they're fine outdoors. They like to explore. I don't think Pepper's one of those cats. I think he likes living his pampered city life. Because he shows no interest of going outside whenever a door is open. I think he's kind of afraid of it. Because when he was rescued, I think he went, you know what? I've seen enough. I'm ready to be fed from a bowl and not have to hunt for my food anymore. He's very pampered. There was one point on the last day we were there, like the day we left Vermont, we were taking a bunch of pictures as a group at the... There was a little dock right next to the lake. Right next to our house. And so we took a couple of group photos over at the dock. And while we were taking pictures, at one point one of my friends goes, oh, there's a dog. And a dog just wandered into our yard and started chilling with us. It was really cute. It had a collar on. And we were playing fetch with it. There was like an apple tree that was next to the house, and it kept grabbing the apples and wanted us to play fetch with it, and then it would eat them. And then I think eventually, I think I was inside at this point, but I heard my friends go, oh, she's so cute, we love her. So I think one of the neighbors called it over. Like, this was definitely a dog that knew the area well, but it was so cute. What are you doing? I love when that happens. I love when just random dogs appear. That was another highlight of the trip. There were a lot of highlights. I really like it out there. I may be a city girl, but sometimes I get tired of this place. New York, it's a wonderful, wonderful place, but it can get really overwhelming sometimes. Really overwhelming, and honestly a little lonely. Living in a city is kind of lonelier than you think. So being able to reconnect with nature every now and then, gain perspective, and just see something new, I think is just really healthy. And I wish I had the opportunity to travel more. So yeah. Been a lot of busy traveling the past 12 months. But I think for a while now, I'll just be home. Hopefully I can get a break from weddings for a while. I'm having him mold some horns for me. Ooh, what cosplay are you working on? Are you being a D&D character? That was another thing that got me through the mountain, was I was doing pretty well, like the first 2/3 of the hike. And one of my friends was like, how is Lilith doing so well? Her legs are so short. And I was just like, you know, something that's helping me get through it? I pretend that I'm in a D&D campaign. And I'm just walking through the woods trying to find, like, you know, a dungeon or something. And it honestly helps. Like, you just pretend you're on an adventure. I mean, sure, you don't have the cool clothes that, like, warlocks and clerics and paladins wear. But you can still feel like you're adventuring. So that helped. But that also brings me to ask you, chat. For today's question, what are other places that you guys recommend traveling to in autumn? Because I feel like there's certain places that you travel to that you have to pick a very specific time of year. And for Vermont, that time of year is definitely early autumn. But what about you guys? Where else is fun to travel to in the fall? Where else is pretty? Oh! Fuck. But well. At least Fruitchan is happy. A friend and I were Zillow house shopping in NYC, and there was one car garage in South Jamaica that was $180K. Just the garage? And in South Jamaica, too? That's not even a nice area. It's deep, deep, deep in Queens. And it's not the prettiest place, not gonna lie. I don't find myself there often. Like, by the time you get to Jamaica, you're basically not even in the city anymore. You're in like the burbs. But still, that's insane. That's freaking insane, man. Just the garage. In Jamaica, Queens. I don't think so. You know, I'm good. Yes, the one I keep drawing, not the spiral horned one, though. Ooh. Oh, yeah, Lumi, I've been loving all of your D&D drawings that you've been putting in the Discord. They're all really pretty. What the hell is that? I think I'm being haunted. I just heard a weird noise. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was like a... that didn't sound like a plane to me. It sounded like a boat. That sounded like a fucking boat. Where the fuck is there a boat around here? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. It's sippy time. But yeah, those drawings are really incredible, so keep them coming. Keep them illustrations coming. They're so detailed. All over BC is nice. Lots of fall colors. Not too hot, not too cold. British Columbia is in like one of the top 5 places I want to visit. I've never been. I've been to other parts of Canada, but BC I really want to go to because I love the Pacific Northwest. Portland and Seattle are really nice. So yeah, I'd like to see it really any time of year probably, but fall I bet it's really pretty. Spider-Man would be crying over the Queen's hate. Well, Spider-Man is from Forest Hills. That's a completely different area. Forest Hills is honestly a little nicer. Like Queens, really any of the boroughs. Queens and Brooklyn are massive. They're huge. And a lot of the neighborhoods look really different from each other. Like, the boroughs are a lot bigger than you think. And Jamaica and Forest Hills, I think, are not close to each other. But no, I wouldn't go after where Spider-Man is from. Forest Hills is pretty nice. For travel, the Poconos are good all around. I don't think I've ever been to the Poconos before. I like calling them the Picanos. I knew a lot of people who would go... In my childhood, I knew a lot of people would go to the Poconos with their families for vacation. I had a friend who would go with her family, like, every summer. Yeah, I want to see that. Other port towns, too. I know Cape Cod is supposed to be really nice. I don't know if I've ever been to Cape Cod before. There's so much of the country I just haven't been to. America's massive. New York's massive, America's massive. And I think being in Vermont made me realize, like, a lot of America is really fucking beautiful. Like, sure, I don't love the country as a whole. I think we have a lot of problems. But visually, I think it's pretty incredible. Because I've seen so many different states in their geography. There's New York, of course. Washington, California, North Dakota, Vermont. There's so many pretty places, and it's just so photographable. And I don't know, I think you forget that. Especially when you live in a city. Just how pretty the whole country is. And also when you become disillusioned with the country as a whole, you kind of forget how beautiful. But that's the thing, it's beautiful, and I want to protect it. Because I care about the prettiness of the country. I want it to stay that way, and I don't want it to all get destroyed. The Finger Lakes are also good wine country now. Oh, I went to college up in the Finger Lakes, and it's stunning over there. And a long time ago, my mom and I did a wine tour in wine country up at the Finger Lakes, and that was really, really nice. Like, I was actually telling Libra earlier today that, like, when you drive up north of the city, like, it looks like you're in a completely different state. Like, when you're, like, 4 hours up north of New York City, and, like, you're still in New York, like, it's all mountains and lakes. And it's really beautiful. And she was like, wow, I didn't know that. I just assumed all of New York was the city. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, a lot of people do, because that's always what gets shown and everything. It's completely natural to think of New York City when you think New York. But, like, there's so much more to the state. And upstate New York is really nice, especially in the Finger Lakes area. Oh no, Lilith brought something home from the castle. I brought a ghost home with me from the castle. Yeah, y'all really gotta visit that castle if you're ever up in Vermont. Go to Wilson Castle. It's really cool. Hopefully when you go, you'll still be able to have free reign over the whole castle. And you'll get to, like, do some ghost hunting. Because they were really chill there. And they had a cute gift shop, too. Home time. Have a great stream. Thank you for coming, Cast Iron. Oh, we got a watermelon. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for coming by. Good to see you. Get home safely. I'm seriously trying to move back to the East Coast. I think I have my fill of Ohio. Gotta wait for the next few years for tax reasons, though. Completely understand. Completely understand. Yeah, East Coast is nice. West Coast is nice, too. Sometimes I think about if I were to live in another part of the world, where would I want to go? And it's always different. If you asked me today, of course I would say Vermont. But there's other times I think about, like, I don't know, being in Canada. That would be cool. Maybe spending some time in the Netherlands or something. But the problem is, it's so difficult to, like, move to another country. Like, there's so much paperwork. I'll just feel like it would be a pain, and I'm so lazy. I mean, there's, like, programs you can do. Like, if you're gonna teach in another country, you have that option. But, like, what if you fall in love with the place? And then, like, your time is up and you have to go home. Like, what do you do? I don't know if I'd be a good teacher. I can barely teach myself any lessons. Lilith learned an important lesson that day. But yeah, if you think of any more places, let me know. I mean, I'm not going to be traveling for the rest of fall. But maybe in future years. Could be fun. During the dark ages of 2016 to 2020, I remember so many people saying, if you don't like it, get out, without knowing how hard it is to move one state, let alone a country. Yup. Moving in general is just fucking hard. I hate moving. I hope I don't have to do it for a long time. But yeah, moving to another state is difficult. You know, you gotta get your car registered in that state. And you gotta get used to a new climate. Different infrastructure. Different geography, different weather. Making new friends. It's tough. Being away from your family. I mean, for some people, that's probably easy. But for others, it's not. So yeah, I've never been of the belief that it's easy to just pack all your stuff up and go. But it still would be cool to think of other places I could be in the future. Because I feel like by the time I reach retirement age... I'm probably not going to want to be in the city anymore. I'm probably going to want something slower. So somewhere in the country could be very nice for that. You want to know what's the only thing that sucks about up there, though? In the country? Everything closes so damn early. After the hike, we didn't get to the cidery. Because the cidery closed at 5. And we got to the end of the trail by like 5:30. 5?! On a Friday? The people want a drink! These pineapples need to fucking touch, I swear to God. There we go. Gotta find a job where you're moving to. Helps to have a job lined up. Gotta find a job where you're moving. Yeah, no, yep. Yeah, finding a job. What if you move to that place and you don't have a job lined up and then you get there and you're searching for a new job for months? Then what do you do? Shit balls. I was hoping I could get a double watermelon this time. Disparage. Big disparage. I just need to be like all of the current influencers and streamers who could get a work visa in Japan and get to just live there and make content. That would be cool. I imagine for like all of these streamers who like travel so much and get to go to Japan a lot, like that must be so exhausting. Especially for like the American ones, that's like a 13-hour flight. Or more, depending on where you are. To be like 1 week, oh, I'm in Japan. The next week, up, back in America. Now I'm in the UK. Bruh. I'd be so tired. Now, unfortunately, while I was there, I saw a lack of Halloween-related things. I thought that there was gonna be more, like, spooky Halloween stuff. I mean, the ghost trail was one, the haunted house was one thing. But, like, I wanted more specific, like, Halloween experiences. But I don't know, maybe it was because a few years ago, my friends and I went on a fall trip to Salem, which is known as, like, the haunted town because of the witch trials. But it was still a nice autumnal place. Many years ago, we moved to Maryland for a research job. The funding fell through shortly thereafter, and we had to move back to the Midwest after a month. Jesus. It must be so scary moving out somewhere for a job. Because, like, stuff like that happens. And then what do you do? Especially if the job is, like, paying for the place, or is taking care of the place where you're living. And then they're just like, well, nope, not anymore. Jeez. I'm so sorry that happened. Well, for what it's worth, Maryland isn't the most interesting state in the world, I guess. I mean, it's cute. It has cute parts, but... Jesus. Yeah, I imagine that sucked. I'm so sorry. Feels like streamers travel too much. They're definitely living the save no money life. I know, and yeah, on top of you being tired, it must be so fucking expensive. Who's covering these trips? I was explaining to my dad yesterday, like, because he still gets confused about how streamers make so much money. So I was trying to describe it a little bit to him. And it was just, like, blowing his mind. I'm just like, yeah, streamers make crazy amounts of money. I mean, a lot of these streamers also have brand partnerships and merch, and they do other things. But yeah, but a lot of influencers are probably pressured to, like, spend like crazy. Because, I mean, they're not just taking in the nature when they're going on these trips. They're shopping, they're partying, they're drinking, eating. They're getting lit. And if getting lit in New York City is expensive, like imagine other places. As someone that grew up in Maryland, Lilith is correct. It's not a super impressive place. I mean, yeah, like it's cute in some areas, but it's, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been wowed by Maryland. Sorry to any Maryland defenders in here. Baltimore's kind of cute. It's quirky. It's where John Waters is from. He's a cool dude. After we left, they had an earthquake and a hurricane-like problem, so good timing. Yeah. They were doing y'all a favor. An earthquake. I still remember when that earthquake happened here a few months ago. That was weird. I'd never felt anything like that before. Me bed was shaking. It was shaking, Pippa. It was shaking. That's another thing you have to take account for when you move, though. How badly will you get affected by natural disasters? How close are you to the water? Tornadoes? Tornadoes. I've only been in one tornado scare, and when it happened, my family and I had to hike out in our basement, or camp out in our basement. And I remember thinking it was so cool as a kid. And now I'm like, oh, that was not cool at all. It was nothing of the sort. I think some of the streamers that made the trip out to TwitchCon can write it off on their taxes. Yeah, any conventions you go to, you can write all of those expenses off on your taxes, because that's technically a business trip. At least if you're like a panelist. Or you were like invited as a featured creator. But what about the trips that you just do for fun? The trips where you just want to like get drunk with your friends and go to claw machine arcades. Although, back when I was on YouTube, I think I did write off a couple of anime figures on my taxes. But it was because we had, like, a Patreon, and, I wanted to, every now and then, I would upload, like, little figure unboxings on Patreon as, like, bonus content. So any figures that I bought and unboxed, I think I would write off on my taxes. It's alright. My accountant's chill. He's chill. He gets it. In fact, I think his son works in, like, esports, so he especially understands. I thought Ohio would have milder weather, but this year we had 3 tornado watches! 3?! That's a whole lot of Sharknadoes. I saw a post on Twitter today where it's like, where they said, what happens if, like, there's a tornado or a storm happening over the water and there's a shark in there? Do they just go, ah? It's a little bit disillusioning seeing, like, on Instagram or, like, Reels or any of these places how many people, especially from Florida, are making, like, memes about evacuating for this hurricane. I'm just like, what world are we what dystopia are we living in? I mean, I understand, like, wanting to laugh to, like, help you get through something that could be painful. But in a situation like that, I'm just like, I'm too focused on wanting to get out of there. But I don't know. I'm not from Florida. But I really hope everybody is safe there and is able to find a safe place to be when the storm happens. What the IRS doesn't know won't hurt them. Usually they don't look at dinners too funny, So I guess if you're like getting dinner with your friends while on like a trip that you're streaming, you can write that off. There's nothing more fun than going out to dinner with your coworkers and knowing it's going to be taken care of on the company card. Say yes if you love the company card. Baby, we're having surf and turf tonight. Oh yeah, I want to ask. Are there any goat experts in chat? Because when we were driving to Burlington, we drove through a ton of farms. And there was one farm that we drove by where I saw 3 goats. And there were like a bunch of crates. Like 3 rectangular shaped crates. And the goats were all standing on these crates. Just like doing nothing. They were just chilling. And I knew that they were real goats because I could see their tails swishing around. But they were just standing on the crates, like not really moving. And I'm like, is that... What is that? Can goat experts explain why they do that? Like, do they just wait for people to come by and, like, herd them off of the crates? Or, like, a dog? Are they stupid? It was just the funniest thing. I'm like, what is going on with those goats? Why are they just standing there? Do they not know how to get down? They looked pretty relaxed. I love if the company card more of it had any money. Yeah. Well, as long as the person who pulls out the company card isn't me, then I'm sure it's fine. Goats are just weird. They are. They're really strange. They're cute. I once held a baby goat, and that was really cute. But I just thought that was so funny. Like, I couldn't stop laughing about these goats. You've heard of the men who stare at goats. Get ready for the goats who stare at Lilith. That's what they were doing. They were just staring. And you know what's weird about goats? They have, like, rectangular pupils. Have you ever looked at a goat and looked at its pupils? They're rectangles. Like, hang on. Goat pupils. Ah! That's some fucking the witch shit. Look. Look at them. They got rectangular pupils. That's weird. Freaky column eyes. Yeah, they look like... Is that why goats are always, like, cursed in horror movies? Playing Long of the Hill. They looked like the guys from King of the Hill, to be honest. If Goat Simulator has taught me anything, it's that goats are weird. How accurate is Goat Simulator to goat behavior, though? Because Untitled Goose Game, that was pretty accurate to goose behavior. Maybe I need to play... I mean, a lot of people have asked me to play Goat Simulator on stream, so I should probably just do that already. King. It was some king shit right there. I think they just like hanging out in the crates. Yeah, I think they're probably like capybaras, where they just love chilling more than anything. These were definitely... I mean, we only drove by them. We didn't, like, really stop and stare. I saw them on the crates, and they were just standing there. And I'd never seen that before. I usually see them... If I ever see goats out in, like, farms or the wild or the zoo, they're always, like, roaming or eating or something. But these guys were... They were just staring. They were leering. There's a restaurant in Door Country that has grass on top of the roof, and there are goats standing on top to eat the grass. Good billies. Good billy goats. They're very cute. They are very chill, though. Oh, there's that noise again. What the fuck is that? That's so weird. It's so loud. Is there a fucking boat nearby? Is there a fucking boat? No boats. But goats are chill, but they also scream, though. Like, I've heard them yell. There was one baby goat where when nobody was paying attention to the goat for like 5 minutes, it went, "Ah! Ah!" It started yelling. They like attention. Those goats look like me when I hit the Benjamin too hard and then I find funnel cake on the boardwalk. There were a couple of taxidermy deer in the house that we were staying at. It was just like deer heads though, and it was really creepy. I'm not a fan of taxidermy, but one of the deer, I think it was a buck, it had horns. They also displayed its hooves, but they were pointing upward. So it made it look like the deer was going, "Ay!" Like it was a Tony Soprano deer. That was kind of funny. I think my bathroom may have been a little cursed, actually. Which, I mean, fitting. Because next to my bathroom, there was like an extra room. And I don't know what the fuck that room was, but there was like a desk in there. It was really small. And then inside that room, there was a really creepy piece of artwork of like a menacing looking bird. So I don't know what that was about. Of course it had to be in my bathroom. So yeah, I have 3 cursed bathroom stories from the trip. Can a rabbit get a break? Yoshabi, watermelon quota, indeed. I haven't watermelon quota in a long time, and I'm just yapping today. But you know what, Yosh, don't you think they need to add updates to this game? It's time. I want more modes. I want an online multiplayer mode. It's about fucking time. I'm trying to get 2 watermelons just so I can get all of the achievements for the game at this point. But so far I've only gotten 1 today. But I'm like, I need more. Give me more so I don't have to go back to Tetris. Fruchan deserves it. She does. You know what? They need to give her like a new outfit or something too. Or like a different skin. Like a skin that gives her like red hair. Or a different hairstyle. That would be cute. That would be real cute. But I hope you're doing well, Yosh. It's good to see you. Ugh. Has anybody here ever ridden in a canoe or a kayak? That's pretty neat. I liked being in the canoe. I was playing Animal Crossing music the whole time I was in it. Specifically the 1 PM music from Wild World. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Why did my butt just vibrate? I just got sent something on Instagram, but I'm not gonna answer it. 'Cause it's probably just a reel. Red hair? I'm hearing bias. Who, me? I don't know about red hair. I hear that people that have red hair are secretly demons. I hear that they cast spells on people. But I also hear that they're like super pretty and like cool. And they have like lots of interesting hobbies. And that they should be given lots and lots of money. And lots of cats too. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. It's that time of the night, everybody. Don't shoot me, Yosh. What'd I do? Don't shoot! Don't shoot, I'm full of gas. I don't think you would have been able to handle the primary school I went to. The 4th grade teacher did taxidermy on the side and had some in her classroom. And on top of all the bookshelves in the library, the children's section had a dressed up Mother Goose. There are some people... Oh, I didn't even realize they got a watermelon. How about that? See, I could do it in my sleep now. Now I'm the Alpha Fruit Mountain player. How about that? That's horrifying. At a school filled with children? That's just asking to give them nightmares. There are people out there who will get their pets taxidermied when they die. And I think that is the creepiest thing. I don't get it. I understand missing them and still wanting to have like a piece of them, but just get it. Just get their paw print tattooed on your body. Have a photo album nearby. Keep their ashes. Why would you do that? And it's not the same too. That's not your pet anymore. That's a doll. I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong one. I don't want to be judgmental. If that helps people be sentimental, then go ahead. I just personally don't think I would do it. I would rather just get like a tattoo or something. Or I don't know, keep a lock of their fur. Actually, that's a little weird. That's a little creepy. I thought they were cool as a child. She did a good job. I mean, they do look very lifelike. I was kind of tempted to touch the deer fur of the taxidermy deer head. Because I don't think I've ever, like, touched a deer before. But I didn't. Because I didn't want it to, like, fall. But yeah, I personally find taxidermy creepy. But a lot of people are really into it. I think a long time ago, I once read a news article of, like, celebrities who have weird hobbies. And I think it was Amanda Seyfried. You know, the girl who was in Mamma Mia and Mean Girls? I think she said that she had a taxidermy hobby. Which I found to be very unexpected from her. But hey, never judge a book by its cover, you know? I'm a small woman who gets carded everywhere she goes, and I'm obsessed with horror and other weird shit. I drink hot sauce for subs. God damn it. Gosh, damn it. Oh yeah, also next time I stream, we'll be getting back to the horror games. I'll probably stream again either Thursday or Friday this week. And I want to get back to that game, Tales of the Black Forest that I was playing last time. That was a good game. I'm fascinated. I'm drawn in. Plus, Libra said it was good. And I trust her word. But I'll need to look up other horror games to play too. But I'm excited. Now that I've had my fall excursion, I'm fully immersed. I'm fully immersed and I'm ready to embrace Halloween. I'm ready for some mischief. Some pranks, some doohickeys, and some candy. Anybody buy their Halloween candy yet? Don't finish it before the kids come by, or do. I don't get trick-or-treaters. Who the fuck is gonna climb up all these stairs? Right, Pepper? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's been so cuddly ever since I've gotten back. Usually when I get back from a trip, he's a bit standoffish with me. But he's just been purring and purring and purring. He's so happy. That's a happy cat. I'm kind of sad, though, because I've been realizing lately that Pepper is, I think he's getting a little arthritic. Because he's been having trouble jumping onto my bed now. I mean, like, what he does now is he'll dig his claws into my sheets and he'll pull himself up. But I think what I want to do is I want to get him, like, a little stool that I could put next to my bed that I can use as, like, a little staircase for him. And I also want to get him some, like, joint health supplements, too. But yeah, I'm like, oh, buddy, you can't jump on the bed anymore. But then there's other times he'll have crazy zoomies and he'll jump on top of, like, counters and our record player. And I'm like, how do you get up there? And now he's being crazy. He's chewing on all my wires. You're not supposed to do that. Stop it. You know you're not allowed to do that. I only buy my seasonal candy after the holiday. That's smart. I'm bad and I'll buy it all month long. Nope. Nobody's getting their Halloween candy? Is nobody feeling holly and jolly for Halloween? Got ours from Costco. Let's go. Ooh, and in Costco you get those big bulk packs. That's the good stuff. Y'all, when I was on the road, when we were on our way there that Wednesday night, we did like a Walmart run. And it was my first time being in a Walmart in many years. And I have forgotten that outside of the city, these department stores are huge. I was overwhelmed. And then we kept going to this one grocery store all weekend called Hannaford. That was also really big. And then on the way back, we stopped off at a massive Target. In the city, the Targets in New York City are shit. They're so small. And they're not fun. But the Targets everywhere else in the world, this one was crazy. I hadn't been to Target in a long time. And I didn't want to leave with anything. But that's the curse of Target. I left with a pair of sweatpants that have My Melody and Kuromi on them. I'm wearing them right now. They are comfy as hell. I regret nothing. The kids get none of our candy. You don't give the candy to the kids. Why not? Be nice to the children. They dress up for us. Oh, that reminds me. We also stopped by like a little Christmas tree shop because my friend loves Christmas tree shops. And I found the funniest fucking ornament at this place. It was Midoriya from My Hero Academia, and he looks so wonky. I'm gonna post it in the Discord server after stream. It is so goddamn funny. I'm like, who the fuck is getting a Midoriya ornament for their Christmas tree? But I thought of that because last year on Halloween, when I was walking around my neighborhood, there were so many kids that were dressed up as anime characters. Like, there were a lot of Midoriyas. I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, wow, anime really is popular now. We get trick-or-treaters every year. I like getting trick-or-treaters. They're so cute. I usually dress as Winifred Sanderson. Oh, good costume. Recognizable, fun, whimsical, spooky. I haven't done anything for Halloween in ages, so it would just be picking up candy after the holiday. I mean, yeah, it doesn't go on sale until after the holiday, so that's thinking economically. But listen, if the season calls for candy, I'm gonna buy candy. Especially when the candy is shaped like little pumpkins. I'm too easy. Pepper, what are you doing? You are being crazy. You are being mashugana. Absolute mashugana. This year lands on the day that we're playing D&D, so this will be interesting. Oh, I hope your session doesn't get interrupted too many times. Ooh, D&D on Halloween. You guys should do like a scary one-shot where you go to like a haunted dungeon. Ooh, and you should also set up like a bunch of candles. And jack-o'-lanterns. No sweatpants that say juicy on the back. No. Just sweatpants that say saucy, as in barbecue sauce. I don't think I've ever had a pair of juicy sweatpants. I wasn't that cool. It's also not my aesthetic. No, my pants say My Melody and Kuromi on the leg. I'm sorry they don't say it on the butt. And there's a cute drawing of them together. I'm not gonna say no. I literally, before I found these sweatpants, I was like, you know, I need a good pair of sweatpants. I only have like one pair of PJ pants, but I want a nice pair of sweats. Immediately after I said that, I found the Sanrio collection. They were only like 20 bucks. Sometimes Target has cute clothes. Sometimes. With very fair prices, too. I love Target. It always feels like I'm stepping into an alternate dimension. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm on Earth when I'm in Target. I had to resist the toy section, though, because I know that you can find, like, little blind bags there. Ooh, am I a sucker for a blind bag? Pepper, what are you doing? He's, like, pulling my carpet apart. Midoriya. Midoriya. Midoriya Shonen. Midoriya Shonen. Deku. I loved whenever All Might would say Midoriya Shonen. Bakugo Shonen. I've done seasonal work at Target. I can't go there now. It gives me PTSD, especially during the seasonal section. Oh, well, working there is a completely different story. Nah, if you want to have fun at Target, you gotta be a shopper, not a worker. Boy, if you don't quit scratching up this carpet, then you're not gonna get treats till later tonight. You'll get them. But maybe not when you want them. Naughty cat. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to work at Target. Especially because, like, Target and Walmart are, like, prime locations for, like, YouTube pranksters to harass workers. Like, I'm not about it. No! By the way, how's your appetite for spicy right now? Now why on earth could you be asking that? You know what? I climbed a fucking mountain. I climbed a mountain. I did the rock scramble. I can handle it. I'm feeling spicy. Bring it on. Fucking bring it on! I triple hog dare you. It's Halloween. I mean, it's Halloween. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. We're doing a shot of pain. We have a shot of pain redeemed for 80,000 points. So I'm gonna BRB and I'm gonna go grab that. And I'll show you all I can handle fucking anything. Fucking anything! I'll prove it! I'll be right back! Alright, y'all. We got a shot of pain redeem. Now I'm feeling gutsy. I feel like I could do anything now. I'm flying real close to the sun here. And I'm ready for a little spice. It's getting cool out. We gotta find ways to warm up besides My Melody and Kuromi sweatpants. Ooh, I just got a good whiff of that. That even smells spicy. So we're just gonna fucking take it, okay? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's about time. We've been teasing it for a while now, and it's been a while since I've consumed anything shit-inducing on stream. So we're gonna fucking go, okay? We're gonna fucking go. I've got yogurt in the fridge. I've got things that can help. I think I'm gonna be... I think I'm gonna be fine. Good luck? Thank you. Thank you. I don't need luck. I've got a toilet in my apartment. All right. 3, 2, 1. Pain! Oh, okay. Done. All right. Feeling the heat a little. Feeling a little. Uh-oh. Here come the hip ups. Uh-oh. Fuck. I have the hiccups. I have the hiccups. I have the hiccups. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna let one more go by. And then we're gonna breathe in. We're gonna breathe in. We did that shit. I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better. I think I'm able to take this better. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not burning. I'm okay. I am roasting marshmallows by the fire. Hello, Marie-chan. Welcome, welcome. I just took a shot of hot sauce. And I'm feeling fine. I'm fine. About to find Nirvana while going through hell. I don't see Kurt Cobain in sight. I don't know what you're talking about. Did you guys hear? Francis Bean Cocaine and Tony Hawk's kid had a baby? Did you hear? Did you hear the news? They had a baby? Did you hear? Did you know? Are you in the know? Tony Hawk is the grandpa. And Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love are the other grandparent. Oh, whew. Okay, felt that one coming down. Oh. Did you hear the news? Did you know? Were you aware? Were you aware? Do you live under a rock? A spicy rock? Oh, God. You see, this hot sauce you feel the most in your throat. I feel like there's a hole in there right now. Well, it's okay. Feel that? That's what feeling alive is about. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I'm dead. I'm having an out-of-booby experience. I'm having an out-of-booty experience. I'm fine. I'm fine. I could do this all night long. You know what? This was not as bad as the hot chip. Nothing. You think you could do the hot chip when you get it? You can't. You can't. Some things humans just are not meant to do. Some things we need to leave to the elder gods. Some things are out of our hands, out of our control. And a Carolina Reaper flavored chip is one of those things. This was not what the beautiful United States of America was built for. This is supposed to be a land of opportunity. How are you supposed to pursue any opportunities when your entire colon's been destroyed? Oh, God. Oh, I can still feel it in my throat. Named Ronan. The kid's name is Ronan. Actually, that's kind of a badass name. That's not the worst celebrity name I've ever heard. At least it's not like Apple or Blanket. Or Wolf. Ronan isn't that bad. I live under a rock, yes. Welcome back, Patrick Starr. Oh, thank you for the hydrate redeem. I don't know if this is gonna make it worse or not. I mean, Francis Bean's name is Francis Bean. So why would you give your kid a normal name if your middle name is Bean? Why did they name her Francis Bean? Bean. What a beautiful name for a girl. Just like Aioli. What if you met somebody who had 2 kids named Bean and Aioli? What would you do? How would you approach that situation? That kind of genetic destiny tends to skip generations. Full generations! Every time I have to burp, I can feel the spice in my throat. That is not pleasant. Now you know what it's like to not be dead then. Thank God. You know what? Maybe I prefer being dead. Was this a swamp-ass spicy sauce? It sure was. I think I had more than I did last time. I took a bigger shot this time around because every time I do a shot of pain, I want to up the stakes. Ah! That hurt. Stop burping. Stop burping! You wench! You evil tavern wench, stop burping! The peaceful Kingdom Hearts lo-fi remix going on in the background is a lie. You mean this isn't peaceful? I thought you all liked watching my pain. How is this not peaceful for you? What, you want me to do ASMR while I'm writhing? Shut up. Get some milk. I'll eat some yogurt after stream. I want to eat one of my yogurt and granola cups with strawberries. With strawberries. Once again, jump scared by the name that sounds like my name. Sorry. Sorry. Approach with Chip. You may approach me with lime-flavored chip. You may approach me with queso-flavored chip. You may approach me with regular salty-flavored chip and salsa. Do not approach me with the Carolina Reaper. I will kill you! And I will harvest your brain. Swamp ass. Do you just take a swig or do you have a shot in the glass? I put it... So we have these little sauce bowls. Just like a tiny little Raymore and Flanagan sauce bowl that you can like put your sauce in. You know, for your sauce. And I put it in there. And then I just lick it out of the little bowl. That's what I do. And I always have to slam it on the table so you guys know that I actually drank it. Super peaceful for me. I'm enjoying some chocolate ice cream. Oh, enjoying some chocolate ice cream. Look at that, you're eating something nice and cold. Oh, look at you. Look at you. You're drinking hot sauce for subs. Look at you. You don't have to resort to drinking hot sauce for subs. I'm sweating. I'm sweating! And I'm drinking this shit for free! I'm doing it for the love of the game! Fuck! Not this game. You chose this life of content. You chose your mom. How about that? I mean, hearing you roaring out is kind of a sign you had them. Yeah, could you fake these sounds? Could you? I don't think so. You can't doctor the genuine sound of me slamming my hand on a table. Because I'm angry. You just can't. No thought, head empty, in my lane, thriving. Well, now isn't that special? I suffer every day for the sake of my art. Streaming's harder than it looks, you know. You gotta pick the fucking game. You gotta turn your computer on. You gotta pull up VTube Studio. It's a lot of hard work. Backbreaking, in fact. Nobody works harder than me. You gotta put on your fucking sweatpants and just talk for 3 hours. Building skyscrapers. Shoveling shit in a farm. That's nothing. Child's play work. That's a lazy girl job. I mean, I know this would be considerably harder if I was, like, doing more. Because, I mean, it is hard for people who are, like, full-time content creators. Who, you know, need to make all their own clips and their own schedule and talking with business partners. I guess I would be doing that more if I didn't already have another job that took up more of my time. Although I do want to get back to posting clips on YouTube again. I haven't done that in a while. It's just hard figuring out the algorithm on YouTube Shorts. I don't understand it. Because there were times when I would get like 1,000 views on a clip. But like the last month that I was uploading clips, I could never break like 100 views. And I don't understand how that algorithm works. But I should still do it. And be more of a content creator, I guess. I just want to have fun, though. I just want to do my own fucking thing. It was nice to, like... One really nice thing about being away was that, like, I wasn't checking my phone so much. And so I wasn't just constantly updated on, like, whatever the latest VTuber drama was or internet shit. It was nice. And then once I did finally get back to my phone and I saw what was going on, I was just like... Why do we care? This is so silly in the grand scheme of things. That's probably why I don't post so much on social media. Because anytime I think I have something to say, I'm just like, why would... This is silly. And I also just don't like being involved in internet drama. I'm like, what the fuck is my opinion gonna do? And why should I feel the need to share it with everybody? It's my business. I just like posting silly things. But I should post more. Because that's what a good content creator would do. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and posture check. And the bunny stretch too, yes. A good content creator would make sure that she has proper posture and that she is well stretched. Especially one who's not as young as she used to be. Ooh, that was a good stretch. Thank you for that. So far, the hardest part I've had with streaming is smacking down all of the wanna commission me, add me on Discord chatters. Yep. That's why my DMs on Twitter are closed. I only let friends message me on Twitter because I just don't want to deal with, you know, the scammers. But yeah, I get a lot of those messages too. Yeah, I'm sorry about those times in the Discord server when you get, like, friended by a rando. That's like a commission phishing scam. So just don't answer. But yep, I feel you there. It's annoying. Especially when you want to, like, make genuine friends in the community. And you get a message from, like, a bot, essentially. I'm rolling in microplastics. You're rich. You are absolutely loaded right now. How does it feel? That's the best currency of all, you know? You can't get that anywhere but here. And you don't just need to use that as money. You can eat that too, you know. It tastes like Play-Doh. Just give it a little munch. You'll see. It'll make a world of difference in your life. Microplastics are multifunctional, multi-purpose, like a Swiss Army knife. You do anything with them. You can even mold one into a virtual girlfriend. Ooh. Who doesn't love that? Feels like a subway. Or the train or the eating establishment? Oh, probably the eating establishment. Is Subway known to have microplastics in their food? I knew when the controversy happened that apparently their tuna wasn't like real tuna. Was that just plastic? It's just plastic. Y'all, it's just plastic. You mean it's been plastic the whole time? Always has been. I feel like you need more than just one virtual microplastic for a virtual GF. Well, when you rack up your microplastics, then eventually you'll have enough to make a GF. Like 80,000, sure you could spend that on making me take a hot sauce shot, or you can make a voluptuous woman out of it. I mean, take your pick. You could choose to hurt me, or you could choose to benefit yourself. I mean, I know what I'd pick. The eating establishment. You mean the fine dining establishment of Subway? The home of the formerly known $5 footlong that probably costs more now due to inflation? Does Subway have shrinkflation? When was the last time somebody measured a $5 footlong? I'll bet you now they're smaller and they cost more. Shrinkflation. It's ruining America. I remember when Subway got in trouble because their bread had too much sugar in it. It had to be considered bread in the EU. Is there really a ton of sugar in that bread? It was kind of good bread. They had some good bread flavors there. They had like a Parmesan crusted one that was pretty good. That probably had a shit ton of sugar in it. So it was basically Wonder Bread. What's worse for you, Subway or Applebee's? Applebee's, when you're too lazy to microwave your own food. That's what my friend always used to say. I don't even know anymore, man. I'm just gonna take my meatball sub and eat it away from the public eye. You know what? You do that, King. Do your big one. Live your best life. What if the hot sauce is how we make you a voluptuous woman? You know, they do say that heat expands things. Do you think if I drink enough of it, my breasts and my booty will grow? Breasts, boobs, and jugs? Will it make them expand? Will it make me voluptuous? I'm gonna do that for if I ever get enough money to make a lore video, then I'm gonna have it animated Lilith 1.0 drinking a shot of hot sauce and then going through a magical girl transformation into 2.0, and you just see all of her not Twitch safe parts just grow. And they said milk makes you grow. Myth. Myth! Those subs were never actually a foot long. They got sued over it, but they didn't get smacked for it. They were never a foot long? How big were they? 10 inches? Man. Subway is just like an ex-boyfriend. They lie about how long they are, but ching. Thank you, I'll be here all week. Rub hot sauce on your chest, I guess. That gives me an idea. It'll be like a spa day. Ladies, no need to go under the knife anymore. I found a better way. Will it cause swelling? Absolutely. Will it burn your skin? Possibly. Will it make you smell like a barbecue joint? Oh, most definitely. But will it make you voluptuous? Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Japan had it backwards the whole time. It wasn't milk that made your assets grow. It's hot sauce. It was always hot sauce. All along. Heat expands. Maybe if you drink warm milk, it can help you grow. I don't know, maybe you should see by chucking a bottle of the last dab. Is that a threat? I don't think I've tried the last dab. Wait, no, I have tried the last... Was it the last... No, I tried the bomb sauce. I tried the bomb. The bomb was pretty spicy. I've never had the last dab, though. I'd like to try it. Maybe I'll put the last dab on my throne. We will see. No promises. I mean, most lip plumpers are irritants. That's true. That's true. A common ingredient you'll see in a lip plumper. Cayenne pepper. Although I found... Oh, wait. Maybe I could get a double if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky. I found that the lip plumpers have never worked on me. I've tried them. I own one. I feel like it's never made a difference. I wish it has. I mean, now when I wear lipstick, I usually overdraw my lips a little bit. because I like that kind of full look, but I can't afford filler. I don't really necessarily know if I want it. What? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh. I guess they disappear when you get 2 watermelons. I finally got the achievement that I combined watermelons. Let's go. But it just disappeared? That's lame. I wanted to see a big one. I'm gonna go yell at Yosh about this later. This will not do. Where's my big melon? The bigger the better. What gives? This is why they need to update the game. I know what the people want to see. They want to see a big-ass melon. It's fall. It is Christian Girl Autumn, god damn it. It's like Texas, the bigger the better. This Christian Girl Autumn, I just want to see big fruit. Maybe I can get a score of 5,000 actually, if I'm lucky. I want a new high score. Yeah, this is a new record. I'm proud of myself for that. That was a nice little achievement. Oh, we did it! Let's go. That's what happens when you do it in the 2D one too. Boo! Cheap. Ugly. Stupid. Stinky. Useless. Would have been funny if it was just a comically large orb with the painter girl face texture on it. It just turns into her head. Plot twist. If you get 2 watermelons, Fruitchan gets decapitated, and then her head rolls onto the plate. And she becomes the fruit. Yeah, I was like, where'd it go? Oh, I'm gonna get the best high score. I'm gonna get the best high score. Nobody's gonna beat my high score. I'm gonna be the best Fruit Mountain player in the world. Let's go! I wonder if the watermelon will get bigger if you put hot sauce on it. Let's test that theory. We'll use the watermelon as a sample. And if that works, it's going on my body. Large breasts, here we come. How's the fruit sorting? I finally got the double watermelon. Finally. After 84 years of pining away at this job, helping this eternally youthful college student work on her art project, I fear she'll never graduate. But it's going good. I've just been yapping. Instructions unclear. Stuck in the hot sauce bottle. The instructions were unclear. I got my dick stuck in the hot sauce bottle. Help. Instructions unclear. Caught my dick stuck in the ceiling fan. Yo, we were watching one of the newer Halloweens when we were in Vermont. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the new ones, and it was really bad. But there was a scene where, like, the dad of, like, the main family in the movie, I guess they wanted to make the dad kind of quirky. And at one point, he's in the kitchen, and he just goes, "Oh, I got peanut butter on my penis." And my friends and I were just like, what? Why did he say that? What compelled the writers to make that line? How? Oh, got peanut butter on my penis. It was so funny. Awful movie. Would not recommend. If you're gonna watch Halloween, watch one of the OGs. But that was pretty funny. I literally don't believe it. Well, you should. You should believe everything I say, because I don't tell lies on stream. This is incredible. Yonk is shaking in his boots right now. He better be. He better be. I'm coming for that high score. I think his was like 8,000. Yonk just got a chill down his spine right now. He sneezed like we're in an anime and somebody mentioned him from another room. LMAO. Yeah, it was funny. I got peanut butter on my penis. I'm like, no! Fuck. Yeah, it was like, fucking how. Look at her! She's clapping! This is the happiest I've ever seen her. Alright, well, I didn't beat his high score, but we still did pretty well. That was the best I ever did. And we got Fruitchan clapping. So I think that's probably a good place for us to end tonight. She's proud of me. We're gonna go on a date. That's all that matters. Fruitchan is the only one for me. Yay, look at her. She looks so happy. I've never seen her clap like that before. She's so proud of me. That's so cute. I'm so happy she's proud. She's proud of me because not only did I climb the mountain, I got the double melon. And everybody knows that 2 melons is better than 1. But yeah, that's probably where I'm gonna end off for the night. This was fun. Thank you guys listening to me yap about my vacation stories for a few hours. I know this was probably just another thing that interests me and me only, but you know, you're my captive audience. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much. I'll be back later this week. Oh yeah, thank you for the head pat. Fruit Girl is proud. She's proud. I'll be back either Thursday or Friday, or maybe both of those days, who knows. And we'll be playing another horror game. We'll either be playing Tales of the Black Forest, or we'll start a new one. We'll see. But no matter what, it's gonna be fun. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you to everybody who followed or resubbed, donated bits, whatever it may be. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys just watching me too. Thank you, Dr. Karate. Thank you, INF with you. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Tavok. Thank you, Lumi. Thank you all. I really, really appreciate you guys hanging out with me so much. Thanks for stream. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy to be back. And now that I'm back and I don't have any more trips or anything planned for the near future, I'll be able to just be here, really focus more on streaming again and building up my schedule, getting more consistent, and getting myself out of the funk so we can have more fun together. And I look forward to us all having fun together. Now, I see a certain burb is live. It's true. I have caught that as well. I caught wind of her schedule earlier today, too. So I think we're gonna, why don't we go send her a couple of chorps for good measure? What do you say? What do you say we give the burb a raid? We're gonna give my Pookie a raid, okay? Libra. There. Alright, Libra is gonna be playing Overwatch 2 today, so everybody go give the burb some love. Everybody go give the burb some chorps. And, yeah, it's chorping time. So everybody go send Libra all the love. I can't wait to see you guys later this week, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.